Hello, everyone, and welcome tonight. I am your friendly neighborhood Prax, and these are some of my wonderful friends who are joining me for some World of Darkness shenaniganry. Murder, mystery, mayhem, politics, all of the darkness in one little bottle. But I'm going to let them go around. Just give the name of your character and which party they represent. We're going to do a little bit of introductions in a minute. I should put thank you all for being here, and thank you all for tolerating us being a little bit late. I was slightly impeded by my ability to do things early, and so thank you for your patience. But why don't we start to my left on the overlay? It's like, what is my number? This side. With Jim. Hey, Jim. Thank you for being here.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. I'm pleased to be here. Hi, I'm Jim. I use he, him pronouns. And this is the first time I'm playing Vampire the Masquerade in like 15 years. So I'm going to see if I remember how vampires work. But this evening, I'm playing Oz Buchanan, who is a vampire. That's all we're saying right now, right?
That's all we're saying right now. That's all we're saying, because we're going to do introductions when we get to the event. And then directly under Jim on the overlay, we have Pope. Hey, Pope. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, great to be here. Great to be had with this amazing group of folks. Hi, everybody. I'm Pope. Pope will build on the internets. I and Conan will be using he, him pronouns and represent the werewolves in this shindig.
I'm sure it'll be great. And then next to Pope, we have Pooja. Welcome back, Pooja. Thank you for being here.
I'm so excited to be here. It's been a while because life be lifing. But I'm Pooja. I'm very happy to be back. Tonight I'm playing Saya Denari, who is a vampire.
Mm-hmm. And then next to Pooja, we have Trooper, and apparently an infamous wig.
That is correct. I am Trooper SJP, and I am happy and honored to be here with an amazing group of people. I do apologize for inflicting this Karl Lagerfeld very cheap wig on everybody, but unfortunately, you all must suffer. You all must suffer. That's it. You must suffer the hard front wig with like weird sideburns they're supposed to take down but then don't. So yeah. This is for you all.
Okay, I'm going to reserve this for posterity in the VOD, but Krellin has currently the best line regarding the wig, which is that a wig or just a detached mop head?
Yes.
It is an important question. You know what I mean? Like, it is an important question.
The answer should just be yes.
Yes.
And then, last but not least, directly above... Oh, wait. Trooper, did you say who you're playing? Or what you're playing?
I am playing a person named Sterling Carter, who is a werewolf, because vampires would never with this wig. At least Toreadors would never with this wig.
That's probably true.
No.
Not even ironically.
White hair, all you're missing is a katana and a trench coat. I think
I just feel like you have better conditioning.
Styling.
Yeah.
We condition and style the wig better.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, we wash ourselves compared to you, Garut.
You don't sweat.
There's
so
an
I don't think you need to
entire
wash.
two clans that do not bathe, and we both know it.
And on that note, we have our last and final player. Hey, Simon, welcome back. Thank you
Hello.
for joining this shenaniganry.
Hi, I'm Simon. Wondering the M, I use he, him pronouns. And tonight I am picking up back where we left off a few years ago with Sid Zimmerman, except Alexander's not here, so I don't have anyone to watch me tonight. So Yeah, y'all are stuck with me.
Yeah, Sid by himself at a political gathering.
No,
This
no,
is
no.
gonna.
He's not by himself. He has two other vampires with him. But
Mhm.
the curious thing is, what's their relationship?
We'll find out. We'll
Yep.
find out. But a couple things to get started. Thank you all for being here. This is a little 2-day one shot. I will set the scene in a moment, but first I have to give a massive shout out and a massive, massive thanks for the beautiful overlay that you see. That is done by our wonderful friend Laugh Love Lindy. Because again, I did a stupid to myself and was not able to do this. So she very kindly jumped in and helped me with this, and I want to give her all the thanks. She does a much better job than I do. Also, it looks absolutely stunning, and I love all the little hints throughout it. But thank you, Lindy. So, welcome back to New York, everyone. It is not a hot, steamy summer in the middle of the city. It's been 5.5 years since then. It's 2025. It's late fall, November the 1st, for thematic reasonings. And we open on a tasteful brownstone on 53 East 80th Street in Manhattan. Players, you currently have that beautiful brownstones floor plan laid out for you in the Roll20. It is a modest building, in a general definition of that term, with a number of bedrooms, multi-floored. You have the basement, the garden floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor, fifth floor, and a roof terrace. Hey Scott, welcome in. And
Shit, he's here. Fuck.
And we are opening on this modest establishment. The garden floor, for those of you who don't know, the way a New York brownstone works is entry is either on the stairs to the first floor or on the garden floor. This particular brownstone has a entryway lobby on the actual garden level. There is a vestibule. Currently, we see as the sun has set and has been set for an hour at this point. So it's about 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. And we see a large figure, two actually, both, and I'm going to use this terminology very importantly because it is a distinction in the city of New York that everybody comes from somewhere else. But once you're in the city of New York is home. These are two large gentlemen of Samoan extraction, both wearing all black suits. They don't wear their sunglasses at night, but one could say that they have that kind of mentality. And they have a small iPad standing, waiting in front of the building, scanning the street, waiting as a couple cones have been placed strategically within the 20 feet right in front of the entrance of the brownstone between one tree along 83rd Street and another, to ensure that all of the guests can pull up and be dropped off, or however they choose to enter this establishment and event easily. Inside, we can hear the bustles of some individuals moving around, preparing the final setup, getting everything set. But as we open on this darkened street in Manhattan, well, dark for Manhattan. And the city that never sleeps is never dark. Unless Con Ed seriously shits the bucket, but that hasn't been a problem recently. So I guess the question is, vampires and Garu, who arrives first at this meeting, this summit? Okay, Pope. How do you
I imagine
arrive?
we come together.
Okay, you come together.
Yeah.
How do you...
Garu's work in packs.
Okay.
I think we took the subway.
You took the subway. All right.
Public transit, again.
Mm-hmm.
It's there to be used.
It's better for the environment.
Yep. Just need to pull a quick thing up. That's all. I'm sorry.
I'm going to note that Prax was just taking some notes when we said subway. Not at all ominous. Go on.
Again, we're perfectly healthy. We can walk.
Mm-hmm.
But also, it's public transit, so we want to be here early because you never know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I needed. I needed the Manhattan version. Okay, so... Question. Where are you coming from? And did you take the local or the express uptown to 86th Street? And what?
Coming from... Did we meet near my work or your work?
I would imagine yours, that we could, and we probably met early enough to have like a conference about what was to come.
So, like, did a little... hit one of the little, like, pubs in East Village, and then went and took the subway, and likely took the express.
Okay, so you took the express to 86th Street and walked back to 80th, rather than take the 6th Avenue local and stop and get off at 77th and walk to 80th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, we didn't want to be late, but you never know.
Particularly when it comes to the Lexington Avenue Express, yes.
So, we did the safe thing.
So you came up the subway, you took the 4 train to 86th Street. I'm not that mean, Dan. As you...
But we were prepared.
You are prepared. You are prepared for 6th train, 4 train karma. But you get off at 86th Street. It's only 6 blocks back. And then about 2 blocks over from Lexington Avenue to Park Avenue.
It also gives us time to take in to see if any of, like, just how weird is this section of town today?
How weird is this section of town? Interesting. Would you like to make a roll for that then?
I think that would be wise.
Okay. I am here for that. What roll are you going to make to see how weird this section of town is in this moment?
Okay. Go to the primary section of the sheet. This would be for us Guru. This would probably be perception primal urge.
Probably, that would be my bet. But I wanted to see if there was any other thing, if you were using any other abilities or disciplines.
No. Not in my case, anyway. So this will be perception and urge. No penalties.
And don't forget to make sure that wound penalty is turned off.
Yep. And 2 successes.
2 successes. Not really. I mean, general New York vibes. It's the Upper East Side. There are a lot of things that could be a lot worse in this moment. It's after the Security Council, after the General Assembly, so you have a lot of the major foreign dignitaries out of town. Most of the people who live in the Upper East Side in this area are residential. They do have significant money and they don't care. And they are New Yorkers to their soul and have been here in the city for established years, for the most part. This is where you'll find the Grand Dames of New York. You'll find the society ladies, but you'll also find a number of people who don't necessarily make the society pages because they don't seek out that kind of thing, but you'll see them at Met events, both the opera and the museum. They go to just as many tiny cafes and bodegas as they do fine restaurants. This is the heartbeat of New York.
Also, making note of the few cars that are like have, street parking. Like, make note of which ones are which, and which ones, if things go completely wrong, I have absolutely no guilt in destroying.
Oh, okay. Well, it's Manhattan, so it's a Saturday, which means alternate side rules are not currently in effect, which means there is parking on both sides of the street. Um,
Like, just looking out for like the immediate guilty parties, like Cybertruck. Like, that's like the immediate first go to if something needs to be thrown or someone needs to be thrown into.
oh no, most of the Cybertrucks are not going to be there. Um,
You never know.
yeah, and I'm not saying that. You will have a number of people who will be happy. Occasionally audio, uh, not audio, a number of Audis, black BMWs, the variety of sedans that all kind of look the same, a number of Lincoln Escalades that all
Oh,
have L limo TNC
the,
tags on them.
the Escalade is the go-to for throwing somebody into.
Yes.
So that is just like, okay, that is a good amount of window to defenestrate, and there's plenty of clutter in there for them to get caught on.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, we've got options.
Okay. There are a number of options. You would see as you kind of approach a these two large Samoan gentlemen with an empty 20 feet marked by two cones on one end,
Mhm.
cone on one end, a cone on the other, between two trees. The trees still have leaves on them, but they're very turning yellows and reds. This is a part of New York where much more full of uh, maples and sycamores. Well, not sycamores because they all died, but a number of similar kind of trees like that. Um, and they are actively scanning and would see you as they approach. What do these two gentlemen see as the two of you come down 80th Street?
I would think that two men at least over 6 feet tall.
Distinctive.
I know for Conan, his current appearance is um, think of your current number of strongmen in the strongman competition, but he's on the shorter end at just 6'5", about 305.
Mm-hmm.
Um, again, doesn't have this beard because he teaches at NYU. Humanities. So it is a close cropped goatee, well kept. Otherwise, completely buzzed down, very clean cut. But again, it's t-shirt, tan slacks, button up overshirt. Um, has like a the the pockets are clearly full of insert detritus from teaching here,
Mm-hmm.
as well as just some everyday carry stuff. And yeah, that the other thing is, well, it's like okay, rather typical. The only thing that would be a bit slightly off is he's wearing combat boots this evening.
Interesting. And I saw that roll, Trooper.
Because you have to do it at the beginning of the scene, so he like psychs himself up right before walking.
Yeah.
So who do we see with that?
Well, you have another fellow who's walking beside this one, and Sterling is also again like a good 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", but he has a look of. I mean, it's hard to say because in context he looks wirier and less bulky than his good pal here, Conan. But that doesn't mean that he actually is wiry. Being less bulky than Conan still makes you quite bulky. It's just that he looks a bit more swimmer's build, if that swimmer's build were also in a strongman competition. So, you have to sort of like contextual, right?
Strongman triathlete. Got it.
Yes, right. And he's got like his white hairs have pulled back into a ponytail. He's wearing a "Love Your Mother" T-shirt with the Earth on it. That is actually a very nice T-shirt. It's all. I mean, you probably don't know, but if you were to look, it is all organic cotton. It was done cruelty-free, not in a sweatshop, right? Therefore, it is actually pretty pricey because to do like really right by the environment, sometimes it costs just a lot of money to go and source things in cruelty-free ways. So he's wearing this like "Love Your Mother" T-shirt. He's got a shark skin tooth on a cord necklace. He's wearing a pink scarf that is also natural fabrics done, woven from local artisans up in Maine, actually, that sort of put that together. He's wearing some very nice sort of like a heavy linens pair of slacks. He's wearing some very practical sort of shoes, as if this is a person who walks around quite a lot. And he has got like an air of smoothness, right? He's just a little like smooth at this moment, as he has the gift of being persuasive.
As the two of you make
I'm sorry, and he's carrying a walking stick. Like if you ever go to various parts of the world, you get if you go like traveling, you can get little shields for your like hiking stick, and so he's carrying this sort of like he's walking with a hiking stick that's got little shields on it from various places that he's visited, including a really beautiful one from the Muir Woods, right, where you've got all the redwoods, and like ones from different parts. Like he's clearly like hiked the Appalachian Trail. He's like hiked the Rockies, so he's got these little sort of shields of places that he's hiked before.
So as you approach the gentleman on the right, they could look intentionally very similar. They have distinguishing differences in their facial features, but they are intentionally going out of their way to look nondescript and similar. And these are big dude Samoans who obviously played football at some point and now bodyguard because, that's what they do. The gentleman on the right, their tattoos are different. There's a distinction in between the two tattoos, but they are of very differing patterns based on their tribal associations. But he picks up and kind of glances at the two of you as you approach, glances at the iPad he has, and waits. For the two of you to say something first.
Well, then, Hurricane should be on the tab thing.
Yes, and Sterling Carter.
He nods, checks. Ting, ting. Sir, there are no weapons allowed. You are allowed to check the staff at the closet here. All weapons will be checked here.
Of course. I presume we have to go inside for the check, right?
Yes. So he's opened the door for you. There's like a little patio that's like a little wrought iron gate that kind of like is like 5 feet maybe into the sidewalk of a paved forecourt, basically. Just kind of probably at some point has, during the summer, maybe a couple potted plants and maybe, like a bistro ratage. But, and he opens the door. There's a vestibule. As you can see on the Roll20, there is an actual, you're coming in on the garden level, you enter through the vestibule into the foyer, and 2 figures standing at the door greet you, nod. They are both dressed in a kind of bartender chic, as it's kind of become known. That elongated black waistcoat, white, slightly off-white, more of a cream shirt with the sleeves rolled up with arm garters and
black work shoes. If they're of a feminine persuasion, more tightly fitted, but both of them are wearing a combination of cotton spandex blend. Got it.
Yeah. And Danskos, because Danskos are your best friend in any form of service industry. But they are.
Where's the weapon check?
They kind of gesture into what is on the map is labeled as the office bedroom on the first floor. It is an actual room. There is they've kind of moved all of the furniture out of here. They've laid 2 large tables, just very obvious folding tables that they've thrown a decent tablecloth over, right? Like, there is a 3rd figure that matches exactly. The 2 of you don't even need a roll. They are distinctly ghouls. They smell like it. They are all just kind of nod at you. They are all male presenting. They range from, there's one guy who's obviously Dominican, one guy who looks like he could be either Thai or Cambodian. You kind of have to ask him to get a little bit of better answer unless you know the distinctions between the 2. And you don't want to make that mistake.
I am not here to question the Oktoberfest of help.
Yeah, well, that's fair. They gesture to there is a table on the left, again with a tablecloth, and there's a table on the right, and there is a small card table that there's a chair with a 3rd gentleman who is just a generic white dude, is seated at, and he's got a actual clipboard with a legal pad on it, where he's written out a description as you've been standing there. He goes, would you agree, any weapons, please? And he gestures to the table on the left. And then your name and just sign here.
Okay, this will take a while. Add just small of back, there's a 3-inch barrel Chiappa Rhino revolver. From snaps, the tan slacks from both sides produces 2 4-inch barreled Glock 9mm. Reaches down to the ankle, produces a small survival dagger, and I guess just to be absolutely certain that no one has any hard feelings, produces from an inside shirt pocket a stapler.
I have a very important question about the stapler.
Yeah.
Is it a hinged office stapler or is it a stapled gun?
It is a hinged stapler.
Okay, I would like to point out, as Prax appreciate this because we all know how professional and important a hinged stapler is if you watch my favorite movie of all time, Die Hard. It is indeed a very important moment in that. But yes, a swing line, of course. He nods and gestures. He's been making an annotated list as you go, and then gestures to you and points out the list that you of all the items and just asks you to sign.
Now, do you want me to like take out some dentures as well? I don't know what you all here determine as weapon.
No, the non-violence is going to affect everything about that. It's merely actual weapons that are the concern at the moment.
Then why are they a concern?
To ensure that everyone is on the same page, sir. A show of faith.
Show of faith is attendance, but sure, we'll do the bureaucracy.
And he just kind of look, and then one of the Dominican gentleman looks at Sterling.
The entire time that Conan was taking the entire arsenal off, Sterling was having a small, quiet conversation with his staff, just sort of like having a very, like, you can't really tell what he's saying. He's sort of like, maybe sounds like a chant, or, perhaps in some spaces you might hear the sound of like wind chimes and crystals, as he's having his conversation with this natural walking staff. And he's having a conversation with it a little bit, because it takes a while for the entire arsenal to sort of be labeled. And as if he's like letting the staff know that he's going to put it away for a second, that'll be okay, he'll be coming back, right? Just having a conversation with his friend. And then he walks up and he's like, here you go. And he places the staff on the table.
Okay.
And Conan just looks over to Sterling. I'm sorry.
Yes, I know. And he just sort of like pats the staff to comfort the staff a little bit, to let the staff know it'll be okay, that, he's not abandoning it, that he'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
Even Conan, like, then, like, sort of, like, quietly trying to not catch the attention of all the guards, just kind of goes to the staff, I'm so sorry.
And there's very much like a sense of like oh, they know not what they do, but it's all right, and like just like making sure it's okay, and has like asked for forgiveness. There's like a whole process of asking forgiveness, assuring it, letting it know. There's right. This is it's perhaps has a very symbolic value rather than just like, oh, it's a weapon. And then he goes, well, other than the fact that I myself am quite deadly, I'm not in any other way armed.
Very good, sir. If you would please sign.
Of course. And he signs. And he's a very nice...
We lost Trooper for a moment, but he'll be back. And we're going to cut. Now you're back. The Thai gentleman gestures, and as he's standing, he's kind of standing in such a way to break the hallway, so you can't really go. You'd see if you come out the door of this. I'm going to tell you all this now. The curse of being Sicilian and having a broken arm. This is difficult things. So you come out this office with empty room that's been turned into a coat check, basically, and a weapons check. There, you can see down the hallway, there's a set of double doors that have been blocked. And there's the grand staircase going up. It's a beautiful wood, spun spindle staircase in a dark wood that has been that's aged beautifully. It's obvious that it's the original varnish on whatever, maybe mahogany, maybe a darker, maybe something a little bit darker, that has just aged and hasn't been painted over or hasn't been over, done. This is a very well maintained, classically designed brownstone. He gestures. You may join. the event will be taking place on the second floor in. You may use either the stairwell, or there is an elevator if it to accommodate anyone who desires.
He
Stairs
would go
are great.
towards the stairs. Yeah.
No assumption is made. It is purely an offer for everybody. Then we're going to cut to outside. Who is arriving next?
Well, the question is, who wakes up first?
No.
What?
Technically, the lower your
Doing that.
humanity, the more you sleep.
Unless you have
Oh.
unless you have a merit that
Unless you have, early riser.
I gotcha.
Because I'm kind of
Okay.
doing it on purpose to try to not be the first one to get there.
Oh.
But I do have early riser, that's why.
I think
My
that
humanity
sounds
is
like you.
5.
Okay.
God damn it. Your humanity is 5?
Well, I mean, if I added it correctly.
I
Hot damn.
I let Roll20 add it for me, and it also gave me 5.
hold on a sec, let me check you
Well,
guys.
what is
Yeah.
your conscience and self-control?
No, your humanity is a 6, Pooja.
Oh, mine's
Oh.
6. Okay.
I was like, no, that's that. I was like, that's not right.
I was like, why didn't it add right? Okay.
No,
Well,
no.
I mean, I'm still not an early riser.
Yeah, it's a 6. Let me check Jim then.
Oh, fuck, it's considered the 10 with early riser. Yeah, I'm,
Yeah, no, Tim.
Sid will have dragged his feet.
I'm going to take a moment and say that this is a thing that because Alex is out of town and cannot join you at this event, he has, however, ensured that Elizabeth is available to make sure you don't make him look bad at this event. Elizabeth
Elizabeth.
being Alexander's ghoul and personal secretary and assistant, and Elizabeth and Dolly, who is Sid's ghoul and secretary and personal assistant, have gotten together to ensure that there is a suit laid out. The car will be there so that you are not late, and are started knocking in 15-minute intervals to check on you. Because Alex can't be there to do it himself.
Let it be known that I grumble the whole time. But I will get dressed, and say good night to my dog.
Mm-hmm. You're not bringing the pupper?
No, it's like the high society thing. I'm not gonna bring my dog there. Anyway, there's
Just
already
checking.
a bunch of dogs there.
Not wrong.
And yeah, I'm gonna jump in the car, which I assume Alex rented some sort of luxury bullshit.
No, he's decided. I had this and I went through and did all the rolls for this. He decided after the events of Nightfall that your Russian friend has really gone above and beyond, and he just went ahead and ghouled him.
Oh, nice.
So you have a permanent ghoul Russian the permanent Russian driver. The gentleman with the number of weapons that you don't ask about, who never asked about the number of dead bodies you put in his car.
Yeah, I remember that. Well, it's gonna be a very silent drive there, as Sid ponders why they chose him out of, anyone in the Primogen.
Oh.
He recalls that Nate really wanted me to be Primogen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But that, I'm I don't like bullshit like this.
No, but you're the personal selection of the prince for this shindig to deal with lowering tensions and the summit, because you have been moderately successful in getting her will done twice, even. Also,
Yeah, that's true.
no.
So as he gets out of the car,
Mhm.
I guess I should describe
Yes.
Sid, but I can also do something even better and just be like,
You're there. You go. Do you want to just send
there
me
you
the
go.
link? Do you want me to just send the link so I can put it up or add it to?
That's Sid.
The slide.
Um, yeah. I'll send it after. But basically, Sid is this five. I think he was like 5'7", 5'8", broad of shoulders, uh, long, sort of wavy black hair, goes all the way to his a little bit past his neckline, and he is dressed up as bartender chic. Um, he's been dressed up like someone from the 40s since the 40s, and he's never changed. So, yeah. Um, it's just tonight, it's probably a slightly better um, outfit than usual. Mind you, he will have worn his like hiking boots instead of like whatever stupid, silly city shoes that Alex wanted me to wear. 'Cause fuck that. And one question:
Mm-hmm.
are we full?
Yes, I would say we assume going in. We assume that yes.
Okay, cool.
No one. I'm not. We're not starting with that problem. We're going to assume that everybody has dined well
Nice.
and that no one is
For
hungry at the moment.
some reason, Sid still hears the voice of Alex saying that the shoes would be comfortable, and he just mentally snaps out.
Mm-hmm.
It's restrictive.
Um,
Evening, gentlemen.
they look down. Name, sir.
Zimmerman, Sid, party of one.
Yes, sir. If you'll proceed in, your all weapons must be checked.
I show my teeth.
Rights of
That's all I
hospitality.
got.
And one of the ghouls, the Dominican gentleman standing at the door, turns and says, "Rights of hospitality and the wards will ensure non-violence, but any physical weapons on your person, guns, knives, blades, batons."
I don't think you know who I am. I don't weapons. Or do I need to remind you of the exploding kindred?
There's a long pause. No, sir.
Yeah, no, probably. What are you anyway? Does he look alive? Does he have a heartbeat?
The Dominican,
Yeah.
a bear one. He's an obvious ghoul.
Okay.
And roll me perception awareness.
Sure. Is this based on hearing?
No, this is purely based on
Okay.
sight. Well, no, you could use hearing. Either one.
Okay, give me a sec. Perception, awareness.
Make sure that the
Then
wound
I would have
penalty is turned
+1.
off. Difficulty
Yeah.
6.
Oh, because it's yes by default. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Difficulty 6?
Mhm.
3 successes.
And a 10 you could re-roll. Remember, guys, you have to manually re-roll the 10s.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's been a
Just-
while.
It's okay. It's the
4 successes.
yeah. You looking at him and the ear. It's the tone of voice and the slightest hint of a actual Dominican accent and not just a Dominican from the Bronx accent that cues in that you remember. Oh wait, this is one of the individuals that you met last time at the Prince's Palazzo, uptown. These are ghouls who serve the prince personally.
And they've never been to a show.
I mean, one of them was at the Elysium.
Well, anyway. I'm empty.
If you'll proceed either upstairs or through the elevator, the event will be taking place on the second floor, sir.
take the stairs thing.
Indeed. And who arrives next? Technically, it's Pooja's one humanity more, but
I just started chewing, so I'm gonna have.
no, you're gonna take a moment. That's fine.
I can turn up.
Yeah.
So it takes about 20 minutes for me to get there by subway, which is probably the deal, unless I'm rushing. But if how much notice did I have of this meeting?
At least 72 hours.
Okay. So I will have already scouted certain things, entrances to the underground and things of that nature before coming here. But I actually, I've probably seen this building before because of a thing that will be revealed during roleplay. But
The answer is yes, you have.
so the answer is wait, no. I checked. After the first couple of stations, I'm like, wait a minute, no, this is okay. No, I already did this years ago. So it's like, okay, no, you want to make sure you got to make sure you're up to date. Okay, good. Yeah, there's been construction and all that. So what you're going to kind of see, potentially, I'm going to not look like me. Should I roll for that first?
Yes, please. To see how good you're not looking like you looks.
Okay. What is the difficulty? It's against the sharpest person.
Well, are you going to maintain that
likely to
image?
look at me.
Are you going to maintain that image inside the summit, or just on the way
I
there?
mean, only to if it's gonna. I don't want to alarm them. Not for a minute or two, yes, because I don't want to alarm anybody.
Okay, so it just be difficulty.
but-
It's just going to be a difficulty 6 for the ghouls and the
Okay.
security.
All right, sure. And again, I'm not trying to fool anybody. I'm just trying to, not alarm anybody. Let's see. Let me put the difficulty that.
Or
that-
break the
wait a minute.
masquerade when you're on the subway, you know.
It's important not to break the masquerade when you're on the subway.
Yeah.
So yeah, if it's 6 for this, unless I think I may have this mixed up with another. It might be 7. Doesn't matter. I'm pushing the roll button.
I said 6. I said 6. Oh,
You said 6. 5 successes plus 2d10.
yeah.
6 successes.
There you go. 6 successes. You look however you wish to look. Whomever you wish to look.
It's fairly nondescript. Just like an older guy, is an older white dude, basically, who has, but who's just sort of kind of maybe looks not unlike a bulldog in features as some people do, but a little bit kind of. I guess we'll we're gonna go somewhere between that and like Jerry Orbach, I think, probably.
Okay, wait.
Something in that neighborhood.
Vitally important question. Jerry Orbach in
Yes.
42nd Street or Jerry Orbach in Law and Order?
I'm thinking probably more likely Law and Order. This is with perhaps touches of Harry McGraw, if that was him, but we're not going for an exact match here. So I'm just for a few moments, I'm going to have this on, and I'm going to take it off again because it's warm, but he's got it to demonstrate he has an overcoat, and he has glasses, and he has a hat,
Look,
and, so yes, Hawkeye, non-animated Orbach, so he's going to come in. Is just going to be kind of like sort of muttering to himself as he comes up to the door a little bit. He's like, thank God.
name, sir.
That's the same. Buchanan.
Indeed, sir. Please. And the Dominican gentleman greets you and says, weapons, sir. Please, if you would check them.
You're kidding? I haven't fired a gun in over a century.
knives, batons, whipcords, garrots, poisons.
All sound great to somebody who can use those. No, I got nothing. I've got some devices and crap. You want to see them? They're not weapons unless you know they're not good weapons.
We are not concerned with such, sir. Any incendiary exploding devices?
Not unless you try real hard. I got stuff with batteries in them.
No worries, sir. The event will be taking place on the second floor. You may use either the stairs here or the elevator there.
All right. Is it always this bright in here? Jeez. And so he's going to come in.
Okay. We're going to cut to outside because I think this is when Pooja's going to arrive.
Yep. And it's a nice but nondescript looking car that pulls up, and stepping out of it is a classic vampire. You'd probably guess somewhere between mid-20s to mid-30s. Woman with brown skin, straight black hair, the shoulder length, with a fun little bangs, and a black suit, with a black shirt underneath, and someone who looks like they could either be out for just a very like chic night on the town or fancy vampire lady, whatever, but pulling out with her a small bag because she has come straight from the airport.
Do you wait for the driver to open the door for you, or do you get out yourself?
Wait for the driver to get the door.
The driver.
How expensive is the suit?
That is a very important question. How expensive is the suit?
Well, it's custom tailored.
There you go. The Jamaican gentleman who was the driver, that certain people had arranged to meet you at the airport, opens the door for you and offers you a hand to get out.
She takes it, and as she takes it, you notice that along with the all black, you have a thick gold bracelet on her hand that's not wearing a watch, and also just gold jewelry generally. And the gold jewelry, as you would expect it to be more minimalistic, but it is instead very definitely loud, and not in the cocktail ring kind of way. In the I don't wear gold that's less than 24 karat kind of way.
So you mean that it's actually 19.6 karat because nobody wears 24 karat as jewelry?
Yeah. So but it's like, I don't buy.
Yeah, you don't.
I buy my gold in blocks.
Yeah, you buy your gold in blocks, and you have a jeweler who makes your own stuff.
And I have a jeweler who makes stuff with it. Yes, absolutely.
Just for personal discussion, because I want to know, and these are things that I think the audience should know. Are we tending towards modern interpretations, traditional styling, very vintage?
The jewelry is traditional, but hard to tell because it's also the exact kind of vintage that is chic right now.
Ooh, very nice. So something that someone could say, "Oh, was that a Cartier reproduction?" And the answer is no. It's an actual 1930s.
Exactly. Very much so.
So the Jamaican gentleman who's acting as your driver helps you out of the car, and says, "You have my number for when you are ready to leave, madam."
Yes, thank you.
The Samoan on the right looks up and just says, "Name."
Tanari. Saya Tanari.
Indeed, madam. Please. And again, the Dominican bartender-looking individual stands there and says, "Weapons, please check them here."
Saya bends down, and from the zipper of her boot, she pulls out a needle-thin silver blade.
Dominican gentleman gestures to the right-hand table. Right? Because the werewolves are on the left. The right-hand table. If I screwed that up in my 30 minutes, just flip it. Flip it and resolve it.
The
Intentionally,
vampire table.
The vampire
Whatever
table.
it is.
The vampire table. And has made a short description and asks you to sign.
She does that. The signature looks like a squiggle. Because we don't take the time to write out letters.
Yeah. The event will be taking place on the second floor, madam. And you may either use the stairs here or the elevator.
Thank you. And Saya heads straight to the elevator because elevator's opening, great visual. Stair door opening, not really.
Particularly because of the way a brownstone is designed. Stairs don't. A grand staircase on a brownstone just kind of loops around itself. Is a very narrow. And so as you come up,
also an elevator announces you.
It does.
Ding.
Little. It has a nice ding. It's
Yeah.
whoever. It's very obvious that the controls and the mechanics in this elevator are modern, but they kept the wood paneling and the design and the brass button aesthetic from the original design in the 30s. So they kept modernization where it was necessary, but otherwise. But as we see, as Saya gets off the elevator into the second floor, there are two double doors. One, there's the elevator opens onto the landing with the grand staircase into your front of you. There's a set of double doors behind you to your left that are closed, and there's a set of double doors that are open into the formal living room where everyone had been directed for the moment. There's a number of cushy chairs, like a small settee in one corner or in front of the fireplace. The fireplace has been replaced, keeping up with code, of course, has been replaced with a gas insert to just, maintain the aesthetic and the warmth of the spirit, but not have to deal with fire code issues. And the two windows that are facing the street of this front formal living room have been the shutters have been closed across the front. They have hinge shutters have been closed across from the inside, and the heavy drapes, these big heavy blue-green velvet drapes have kind of fallen and been pulled closed. There are a number, like I said, of little chairs. What does Saya see as she strides and makes her entrance for the rest of the individuals upstairs?
Are we all in the same room?
Yeah, you have not been permitted to go into the dining room or anywhere really else yet. There is a bodyguard standing at the stairwell.
I think Sid would have, the moment that Oz arrived, Sid would have gone, Oz.
Jesus, Sid, when did you have LEDs put in?
That's not my place. It's been a long while. Were you sleeping?
When I can.
You missed out on some fun action last summer.
Oh yeah, no, they had me. No, they had me down in Philly for a little bit for some god awful reason. What? But I heard about stuff. You still live here? Or is this just Erickson now?
No. I still live with Erickson. We have we've sheltered two neonates. They Nightfall was 5 years ago. Hey, last summer 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Listen, time is a concept. We're immortals.
Flat circle. Got it.
Yeah, no, we've sheltered two neonates. They've gone on their own now. Makes the house
Yeah.
a little more empty, a little more quiet, a little less noisy.
Yeah, that's something. Yeah.
So, you here to report on what's happening, or?
Yeah, no, yeah, in a sense, but back to back to the higher ups. You know how it goes. You gotta just try to make, try to figure. I'm here to figure crap out. If we can, and he will. It will just be stepping forward, and he is waiting for everyone to show up before he drops the mask. So right now he looks like dime store Orbachian right now. And he's just going to step forward. He's not going to extend his hand necessarily, but he doesn't extend his hand, but he doesn't he's not like demonstrably not extending his hand, if you know what I mean. It's just mostly he's not thinking to do it. But,
and Sid
as he's
cares
going up the-
nothing for formalities.
Yeah. Also, you'd probably know. Sid has probably shook hands with Oz before, and it's not a pleasant experience. So he basically, he'll kind of look around, look to the other folks in here. Oz Buchanan.
Question: are we in the foyer area or are we in the formal living room?
In the second floor in the formal living room.
And in the formal living room,
Yes.
there are the four of us. Are there any other people on the former living room? Are there like attendants? Like, what is who is here?
The four of you are in the room. There is another Samoan-looking bodyguard standing at the at the stairwell to kind of keep direct traffic and keep people here. At the moment, no one else but the four of you is actively in this living room. There are other people here, but just not here. Perhaps.
I think while the two old friends had been having that conversation, because Conan and Sterling were there first, I think Sterling is actually just kind of like taking a nice 360 around the formal living room, looking at the woodwork, the decor, so like checking out, like getting to know the space. Hands behind, clasped behind his back, sort of walking in a fairly relaxed way, just getting a sense of the space, getting its vibe.
Getting a vibe check? Would you like to make a vibe check then?
I think I would like, what would be the right roll here? It would be, if I'm going to make a skill check, it would be, I would say academics and probably intelligence, because I'm just kind of like, I want to kind of, what do I know about this building? What do I know about the,
Sure.
The vibe of the place, as
Go ahead and roll.
Let's see. Let's go. Intelligence and academics. It's like he's not on edge, like looking for danger. He's like, what is this place? I have not been here before. Let's see. Difficulty?
6.
Okay. 1 success to know something about the building.
So a couple things you could know pretty easily just by general understanding and appreciation. It is a...
It's, decor, that kind of a thing.
Well, the original building was probably a little bit older, but it was remodeled in the late 20s a little bit. They kept the original wood detailing. The original brownstone was probably completed in the late 1910s and was a little modernized in the 30s when they put in the elevator and probably electricity. They kept the crown moldings, the pressed plaster ceiling, there is not wall-to-wall carpeting in this room. There is a couple very nice Persian rugs that look to be antiques. It definitely gives the vibe of a very well-maintained and not necessarily preserved, but well-maintained, classical-styled brownstone that has warmth in it, like a couple artfully placed throw pillows, the Persian rugs, again, a couple like small brass reading lamps. There are a couple like I said, there are short, squat little brown leather push plush push button plush chairs that are like little conversation nooks. There's a larger settee that's in front of the fireplace with a couple end tables on either side. It is, everything in here is antique. Nothing is a reproduction. Everything is well maintained. It's not new and it's not damaged.
Question.
Yes.
Question one.
Mm-hmm.
Does this look like a place that is a home or a place of business, right? Like, this is clearly like a house, but there's a difference between a place where somebody lives and a place that you go to this place to go and have meetings and business and that sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, is this a home or is this somebody's asset where they have meetings? Do you know what I'm saying? Do people live here? Is that the vibe?
To say it gives an impression of both and neither.
Mm-hmm.
There is a sense that there is a permanent population that lives here, but it is
Mm-hmm.
also a permanent population that perhaps maintains it for certain very specific reasons.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know,
the people who live here are the help, right?
Yes.
Basically.
Yes.
Okay. And then the second thing I was looking for was an interesting thing on the wall or table, some sort of interesting decor that would be a good talking point. Right?
What is your opinion of art?
I would like to roll etiquette to say what will be appropriate for whoever lives here. Because the point is not my opinion. The point is to be personable.
Not opinion. My point. My question is, what do you know about art? What is your general understanding of art?
Well, I mean, he's well educated,
Okay.
college educated. He's good liberal arts degree. It's important to be able to know lots of different things about lots of different things so that you can move in different circles
Okay.
and to always have something useful to say.
All right. So in that case, you would see on the back wall, the wall across from the fireplace, kind of centered, it's an original. I'm not going to make you roll for it. It is an original. It is the original cover of The White Company by N.C. Wyeth. N.C. Wyeth is a brilliant American artist of the Illustrator period of the 20s or late teens and early 20s into the 30s, and he was known for making these beautifully realistic illustrations for covers of famous fiction works. But his pieces are not small, and when I say not small, give me 1 second. I'm going to find it. White Company, Wyeth, Wyeth, not. When I say not small, I mean that they are life size. So it's The White Company is by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, and the cover is very distinct. It is a painting of the White Company, and the White Company, of course, are the company that's here. I need the image. Just give me the image so I can show people what the cover looks like. Here, let's go with this. Nope, this is a better look. Open image in new tab. Alright, so it is a figure standing on a rock with a full English longbow fully extended, pointing down with a hail of arrows coming below them. And it is a life-size painting, and the image of the actual image itself is I believe a 10, is an 8 by 10. Yeah, it's an 8 by 10, 8 foot by 10 foot panel. That is this very distinctive, and there's the title itself was added when they printed the book, but the actual image, I'm just gonna let's do this. Haha, nope, that's not the right one. I hate when they don't let me have the right one. I want this cover here. It's a little sad because here we go. Sorry about this, everybody. Oh, there you go. Trooper's got it. Trooper's faster than I am at the moment. But that's the image.
I have both arms. I'm cheating.
That is fair. Thank you for cheating. N.C. Wyeth, by the way, is an absolutely brilliant artist in this very particular style, and well known for illustrating a number of these kind of great fiction. Arthur Conan Doyle, Robert Louis Stevenson. He did Kidnapped. He did a cover for Robin Hood. All of these things, but they are massive life-size paintings. And I believe the White Company one is an 8 by 10.
Nice.
Excuse me, or 10 by 8. Either way. Yes.
And I think that like he notes it, right, as he's like taking his like leisurely 360 around the room.
Can I just roll back one tiny detail?
Yes.
And that is that Oz is not going to introduce himself until the 5th guest arrives.
Okay.
If I have a little bit of time before just Saya is your character name, right? Before Saya arrives. Do we know how many people should be there? Like, do we know there should be 5 of us?
Yes, you would know that. Correct.
Okay. So, Sid would cross the room to stay within more than a fully transformed wolf's arm's reach. So, like, maybe like 8 feet away from you.
Presumptuous, but sure.
Look, I'm not here to antagonize anyone. So, you're the other delegation, I take it?
There's just silent nods.
I just look at the talker and I look back and I go, "We are. You must be one of the 3 from the other side, I guess."
Yeah. Yep.
Ah.
You can say the L word if that's what you want.
The
I've
L
heard it
word.
before.
Love.
Linguists. They're linguists, all of them.
Well, I can't say that I love you yet. You haven't even been introduced.
What the fuck is going? Y'all are the big bad wolves, right? We're expecting big bad wolves.
I mean, I don't really think of us as bad, but
So this is what operational security looks like. Good to know.
I'm not part of anyone who organized this little soiree here.
Yes, but given the sensitive nature of the things that we are discussing here, I was going to refrain from using all sorts of different terms to be polite.
If they didn't want us to talk about what's actually going on, they wouldn't have chosen a cloistered place like this room here?
Oh, I think what my friend here is trying to say that try not to offend people. I try to use the terms that you like to use for yourselves. We're here to de-escalate tensions.
I must
Make a
have
good
missed
point.
something. There are tensions with you. Tibbs didn't tell me anything about that.
Apparently, a
I know.
certain group of your youths or a subculture of yours likes to stand directly on the edge of territory and antagonize whoever they think looks like one of us.
Ah, pissants.
Can I be sweeping the room for bugs real quick, just in case?
You can sweep the room for bugs, and while you do that, uh, Sid, you would have been told.
Okay, thanks.
How much you remember is a question.
The drugs.
Would have I been told 5 years ago, or would have I been told
Oh no,
recently?
there were events that happened recently.
Yeah. Problems.
Problems.
Well, yeah, I know I remember the blurb for this,
Yes.
but Sid doesn't want to talk about
Yeah.
the vampire side of the issue just yet.
But there have also been there have been some. No, I could see Sid not actually perhaps getting every piece of information, and just being told that there are tensions and you need to go. But one of the things that other people know is that there have been a couple incidents between some neonates and some young wolves that have caused bubbling to the surface, that have led to this event, that have led to the prince saying, y'all sit down in a room and figure out what the fuck is going on. But please make that roll, Jim, and then we will have Saya enter the building in a very striking suit.
What are we thinking? Are we thinking wits tech, or are we thinking?
I will take wits tech, or I would take wits tech or wits subterfuge. You'll get slightly different information with that, but.
Yeah, my subterfuge is a little bit better. No, it isn't. Sorry, other way around. My tech is a little bit better. So and I also have a specialization in security, so I don't know if that'll help. So let me go ahead and I'm just going to use this same button I created earlier. And
Yeah, just use the same button and just change the drop downs.
Discipline none. No modifiers, no wound penalties. With difficulty?
Just go with 7 here.
7, gotcha. Okay. Okay. Saying 5 successes.
Yeah, and those 3 tens to reroll.
Let me just look at something. Actually, do I have that many dice in this? Wait a minute.
You do.
Because
5 for the attributes.
okay, I have 8. Okay, yes.
Yeah. You do.
There was an earlier roll I made where it gave me more dice than I thought I had. 3d10. Okay.
But you get to re-roll those tens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So,
one more
6
success.
successes.
So six successes.
I
So
would
I've been
like-
sweeping
Ah.
around for bugs.
Okay, I would like to point something out here for those of you who don't know. And we did like a mini behind, preps a little bit last night. And since last night and into today, this is the 4th time Jim has rolled 6 successes in a row.
I do not understand what is happening.
The dice want to tell a story.
And the story is Oz can do no
famously
wrong.
hates everybody.
Yeah.
No.
I'm expecting I'm expecting to take a plunge any minute now.
Roll20 chooses a sacrificial lamb. That's what Roll20 does. Not all of us have rolled yet.
This is true.
It'll become clear which one of us it is pretty soon.
Yes.
There, with 6 successes, Oz, there are no mechanical recording devices in this space at all. And indeed,
Okay.
while there is the house has been rewired. It has modern electricity.
I've got like a signal detector, basically, type deal.
There's
Yeah.
there's full electricity. There is a fiber optic cable because of course there is. You don't want to have
Oh yeah.
you want cable.
Yeah, that's
internet.
of
for a
course they
variety of
do.
things. But there's nothing electronic aside from the overhead ceiling, dome glass light fixture, and the 2 brass table lamps in this room that's not on some other person, right? Like, I don't know what other people are wearing, but there's no electronics in this room. You get the impression that this space would not have had them.
Okay. Cool.
But as the door open, as Sid is making snarky comments a la Sid, because Sid, the doors open inside on the elevator, and the gentleman standing at the stairs just kind of gestures to the 2 open doors of the foyer for Saya. Saya?
Before Saya goes in, Saya will approach the person gesturing and say, well, I guess before she does that, would Saya know whether there's some sort of like a breakout room or a retiring space for just the vampires if they need to break out and have a discussion without
that will be discussed in a moment.
Okay, well, because what Saya would want to do is hand over her bag to that person and say, would you be able to deposit this where my kind are to take rest?
Of course, madam.
Thank you.
And he doesn't move from his position. He just kind of gestures, but he holds onto it, and you kind of like... He's an unfortunate gentleman who is stuck deaf and talking into his left elbow. Left cuff, all the time. Yeah. And you could hear... and you... From where you've been, you probably speak French. He has very fast, rapid-fire... he looks Samoan, but he is very fast, rapid-fire Haitian French. As he, just mentions, the lady would like her bag deposited in the room. Please come.
And then Saya will just say, merci beaucoup, and walk into the room.
And Saya makes an entrance in this room. And as you are all gathered here...
A question. Is she famous or well-known enough for people who, like, I don't know what everybody else's areas of specializations are, but I would know any sort of any sort of large industrialists or people who run energy companies, oil companies, that sort of person. Like, if you are I wouldn't call them, I would call them polluters, but like, if you were the head of Enron, I would know who you were if that's what you did. So I just want to know if you are the head of Enron or any other sort of global polluting company, or alternately, if you are like, the head of PETA or Greenpeace, just curious if I might know your...
the end of the spectrum, either end of that spectrum. Saya does not fall in either end of that spectrum. Saya has been involved in policy discussions on certain topics, but as kind of in a think tank sort of way, not a face sort of way.
Politics where?
Not this continent.
Great. All I needed to know. Because if you were hanging out in politics in New York City, California, there's like various places, right? Regional environmental politics. Maybe we knew each other, but it turns out, no. Great. That's all I wanted to know.
At least for the not the last century. So.
Oh, well, then we're fine. Yes,
Okay.
yes. Look, sometimes you just got to know that you hang out in the same circles with people. That's
fair.
all.
That's very fair.
Yeah.
We probably know people in common. We're less.
Common,
We're probably a degree or two separated.
Yeah.
I just have to ask briefly by that same token, do you read The Village Voice?
I do.
I do.
I do not write under this name, but There may have been occasionally things about bad corporations coming in where the opinion has been get them the hell out.
Oh, then I've definitely read those. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm like, right on, brother. Anybody who knows local environmental politics, right, would probably know Sterling Carter because he's a lobbyist. He's an environmental lobbyist. But he's not like on the UN level or like the national level. He's very, think global, act local sort of thing.
Yeah.
So if we're talking about like zoning and making sure that they don't destroy green spaces, asbestos situations. So he's like a very sort of local environmental lobbyist. For people who might know local politics, right? That's where he is at.
As Saya makes her entrance, the door opens behind her. And a medium height woman, brown curly hair, kind of free flowing black tiered skirt, little small boots, and a black shirt, collared shirt that kind of looks like an Oxford shirt that she kind of tucked in, enters, and she said, "All right, so everybody's here. Great, absolutely love it. I am Rebecca, and I am here to provide the general rules for the shindig. Also to make sure that none of you like try to kill each other, because that's going to be like bad form. That would just kind of screw everything for everyone. So here's the dish. This whole floor is for y'all to get together and talk to each other, and this room is for quiet retirement, and then across the hall you have like the room where like there's an actual like table for like actual discussions, and then there's like a nice sideboard that are gonna have like refreshments, and so there's like refreshments for both like the people who eat food, and then there are refreshments for the people who don't eat that kind of food in the sort of way. And
For the people who eat people, you.
and she just kind of glares at you and goes, "Sid, I'm trying to be professional. God damn it." All right. Also,
Good luck.
also, upstairs, on the third floor, there is a whole bedroom for the wolves, and like separate bedrooms if they want to have like separate space. And then on the fourth floor are rooms for rephrase. There's a meeting room for the wolves and a meeting room for the vampires on the third floor. And then on the fourth floor there are bedrooms for the wolves, and on the fifth floor there are bedrooms for the vampires. And if you wanted personal space, that's all a thing. I am just now going to invoke all of the rights of hospitality. So if you would please join me in the other room, I can do this and get my ass out of here. I have theater tickets tonight, y'all.
That's great.
Oh.
I have a very pointed question right now. I can mean no disrespect.
Okay.
Places hold memories.
Sure.
And is this entire building going to be cleansed after this?
Well, I cleansed it before, so of course I'm going to cleanse it afterwards. But I understand.
Cleansed of memory.
Yeah, it's a super secret space.
Becky, is
Okay.
this place some sort of mage magic sanctum thing?
So if you'll come over here...
Okay.
At least it's not some fake bullshit.
Fae are more secure than Magi.
Totally are. Never gonna have a problem with Faye showing up randomly in random parts of the city doing random things.
I'll follow along.
Yeah, being closest
Follow
to
along.
the door. Yeah, Saya will go in.
There's a large oval wooden Georgian revival period dining table that looks like it has had a leaf removed. So it made what was probably a table that could seat 10 comfortably. It's been shrunken down to a seating for 8. There have been like pads of paper and like little glasses of water laid out at individual seatings with, chargers and placemats, and, on the far end, one nice lightly arranged, small greenery arranged, flower arrangement. There's a small sideboard along the wall, along the actual wall, and there's another fireplace with a gas insert. There's a butler's pantry to the back, and she kind of comes in and stands at the head of the table without the flower arrangement, and there's a arrangement of 2 candles, both white, a bowl of salt, a bowl of water, and a bowl of dirt. And a larger... no, you may have been here in other reasons.
Oh, okay.
For other reasons.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I was thinking this was a different place from what it actually is turning out to be.
No, you might have that discussion, but you may have been here for other reasons.
Okay.
And there's a large silver platter. And she goes, so as the representative here of the Magically Inclined, I am here to welcome you all to this summit and hope that you may all speak freely with choice words, and that the magics of the world will speak through you. And as you do so, know that no harm may come to any of you from each other. And she picks up the salt, and as she gestures around to each of you, offers it, and then pours a line of it on the silver platter. She picks up the water, gestures around to each of you, puts another line, and the two do not mix. There's a very distinct separation between the two. And then she picks up the jar of dirt. Bowl of dirt, not a jar of dirt. That's a separate movie. And gestures to each of you. And again, makes this line. May your words be blessings, and blessings upon your words. And snaps her fingers, and they all 3 light and flare. And, can I get perception occult or perception enigma from the or perception occult from
I'll do
everybody?
perception occult.
Yeah,
Sure.
perception occult.
Sure,
from everybody.
sure. Where is it?
Difficulty?
7.
Casual 4 successes.
Very good. Don't forget to re-roll your 10s there. That 10 there for you, Pope. So
Okay,
4
just
and
4.
4.
Do I add? This is my first roll. Can I roll without doing a dice pool roll?
No, so it's if you go to the on your sheet where it says dice on the
Yeah.
dice tab. If you go down where it says you don't have to make the pools permanent. You can actually just change them for the moment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you click on the attribute, you click on the ability.
Oh,
Change.
perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think I'm gonna roll that again. Probably.
What was the difficulty?
7.
7. And you can re-roll that 10, Trooper.
Thank you.
Oh, I don't know why wounds was 6. Whatever.
You get to re-roll that 10 though, Pooja.
Yeah. Okay, let's see where's...
1 for me.
Oof.
Not good.
Saya is suffering from at least
Jet
it's not
lag.
jet lag. It's intercontinental vampire jet lag. At least it's
Yeah.
not botched. You did not botch
Yes.
this, but you have no successes. With 2 successes or 1 success for Sterling, you feel a heaviness in the air, like the ozone just got a little, heavier on you. With 2 successes, Jim, you can feel that kind of same heaviness, but there's like a small tingle right at the back of your neck, right? The little hairs at the back of your neck just start to tingle just a little. Static electricity, maybe. With 4 successes to both Conan and Sid. Well, Sid, you know Rebecca Lubowitz. You know who she is and what she is, and you feel the weight of her magic has truly blessed this place and ensured that non-violence cannot happen amongst any of you or anyone who is in the building at this time.
And it's not one of those magics that I can resist, right?
No, it is not.
God damn it.
It is not one of those magics you can resist.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
My character does not know, but I would like to ask the question because sometimes wording is important.
Mm-hmm.
She said that this was to ensure that we could not do violence against each other.
Mm-hmm.
If a kaiju came into the room, could we do violence against the kaiju?
The kaiju is not present at the time of the warding. Yes, you could defend yourself against a giant attack from an outside entity.
I just wanted to make sure in case a kaiju showed up because it is New York.
But I will say this because both Sid and Conan would understand that to have been implied with those 4 successes. You know that this is a kaiju attack is really rare in New York. It's New York, not Tokyo. Duh.
Conan's going to do something subtle on top
It's
of
gonna be
all
King
this.
Kong, yo.
Could be.
That's fair, actually. It would be King Kong.
But
yeah,
King
But
Kong
it-
is not a kaiju.
Could be.
No.
Could be a bunch of other people, the handful of Sabat left in the city, or whatever the fuck monsters you guys fight.
But I would like to do something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to spend a gnosis.
Mm-hmm.
I am reinforcing and detecting this oath.
Okay. The reinforcing I got, what do you mean by detecting? For just mushbrain, that's fine.
I am using a very specific gift.
Mm-hmm.
The gift I am using is Scent of the Oathbreaker.
Mm-hmm.
I am sanctifying and witnessing this oath. And if at any point in the future, one of the individuals sworn to said oath breaks it, I immediately become aware of this. Also, for tracking purposes, the difficulty drops to 4 for finding that individual.
Okay. Hold on a sec. Are you being subtle about this?
It is just the spending of Gnosis. Unless there is some sort of supernatural scrying, it is undetectable.
Yeah, I just want to see if she's going to detect it during the course of her own spell.
Unless she has some active scry. No.
Yeah, she doesn't at this particular moment. No, she wouldn't. It's okay. She's not going to detect that. That's okay. That's fine. Totally cool. All right. But you both felt the weight of the magic. You felt the binding take place. You felt both the blessing to encourage discussion, and you felt that the wards took place. Now, I want to tell you what this means mechanically. Mechanically, you can all be in this room together and not have to roll for frenzy checks every 5 seconds. Because lupines and vampires can cause that in each other. You cannot actively intend physical harm upon each other, and you cannot overly aggressively verbally attack someone. You may attack their point, but you may not attack them. And as
So
the
I can't make snarky comments about that? Like, jeez.
no, you can make snarky comments about them, but you can't go ahead and go into a full, lambast about their mother, their lineage, and the
Yeah,
generations
fair.
before them. Right? Like that's a little
Yeah.
bit different. Little bit different.
But
Not that
what if
Saya
everything
would
you're
be
saying is
talking
true,
about the
though?
hair. Yeah.
I'm just asking. But what if everything you're saying about their lineage and their heritage is true, though?
Do you intend to cause them harm, or are you just making statements?
What about if
I
you're
don't know
saying
anything about
statements
the
that cause
lineage.
harm?
Are you
Yeah, what if
intending
it's
to
not
cause
them?
harm?
Yeah.
I mean,
know
what
it's
if
gonna
you're just
hurt.
like, but it's just true. You know what I mean? You're just being honest about their
No,
lineage.
no. We can't pull the I'm just being honest.
I'm just
But
being
in
honest.
No, Intent.
I think your breath
intention not-
really stinks. I'm sorry, that's just a fact.
I'm just being honest. It's just your breath stinks. Like, don't get mad at me.
Yeah, no, intending harm of any sort you cannot do.
I'm trying to help you.
But that's not your actual intent, is it? That's your stated intent, not your actual intent.
I love it. Yeah.
No
No mean girl shenanigans.
no mean girl
I love
shenanigans.
Pooja more than anything at this moment. That's all. That's all I want to say. Just there's just a lot of love there.
And as the last of the flames die and the weight of the magic settles, she kind of goes, okay then. So, you're all here. You have, Mo and Curly. I don't even know why she picked those names. Anyways, Mo and Curly are going to be downstairs, and floating it around. They're the gentlemen in the, bartender chic. Those are, here to, help you as you need, kind of. Ask them to do anything. Jim, Bob, and Christopher, and she stops and opens her phone. Is like, really? Honestly, somebody needs to give her better material. Jim, Bob, and Christopher, the three gentlemen who look slightly, oversized, they're your bodyguards. There are 4 more people that will be attending.
What?
No, not actual attendance. You knew about these, or you should have. Did you pay attention to any of the handout?
Are they in the building now, or are they coming after?
Oh no, they're in the building now. So you have a note taker for
Okay.
who's a lupine, and you have a note taker who's a vampire, and you have a bodyguard who's a lupine, and a bodyguard for the note taker who's a vampire. They're just on your floors, so that you can go talk to them before any meetings happen. This way, we ensure everybody has the same amount of information equally, and nobody's going to be stupid and go after the help, which would be such a drag, really. Anyways, questions, comments, queries, thoughts, concerns, quandaries, fears, or inquiries?
Can the note takers kill each other?
No, everybody's in the building. They can't hurt each other. I said that.
Just making sure.
You have the names of the note takers and the bodyguards?
Fine. And she kind of opens her phone again. So the note taker for the lupines is a gentleman called Declan, and the note taker for the vampires is a woman named Rosalia.
Truly expecting Huey, Dewey, and Louie at this point.
I didn't pick those names. Honest to God. I just need to tell her to pick better names. It's not my fault. I didn't pick them.
Woof.
And the bodyguard for both sides?
It's a woman for the lupines. Her name is... Oh, Ashlyn. Oh, that's what that is. Ashlyn, and the bodyguard for the vampires is... Oh! Hey! Sid! It's fuckface
Alright.
number 2! What's his actual name? Hold on. Oh, Jerome.
Oh, fuck face number 2. I remember him.
He's a lot better now. I mean, you did rip his boss's whole jaw off. He's a lot better now.
Yeah, who is he
He's not in that.
again?
He's
not in the thing, right? I have in my notes someone called fuckface number 2, but
I didn't put him in here, but I should put him in there. He's a I'll put him in now. He's a Bruja, who,
Yeah, it's the
Jerome, the
three
tall.
Brujas, two Torre people from the Harpies, four gangrels, two lucky groups.
Do I dare ask what happened to one?
Fuck
He
is number.
fucked with the wrong gangrel.
He did actually. He Jerome is where is he? Where is he? Where is
Yeah,
he?
they tried to. It's the folks that tried to gank us at the
Yeah,
when we exited
Rebecca's.
like an Elysium or some shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Are you comfortable with him being the bodyguard now?
He can't hurt me, and
yeah,
he's lucky I can't hurt him.
he
Who's he
is
guarding? If he doesn't have an ability to
he
protect violently.
he is there. They you guys can't hurt anybody, but that doesn't mean that other things can't. Right? Like his sole purpose is to protect the note taker in any means
Against
possible.
like
Oh,
King Kong.
right. So in that kaiju attack scenario.
Kaiju.
Fair.
Do we know Declan and Ashlyn?
You might know Ashlyn. I'll put Ashlyn in here in just a second. Jerome Bruja, bodyguard for vamp
I will be right back.
taker. Okay. And his boss is no longer amongst the Bruja of authority because Sid had a sanctified fight against him in the Elysium, and ripped his lower jaw off.
Awkward.
Yeah.
Those grow back, right?
Not in 5 years.
Awkward.
Where? Okay, here, there. Where is she? Come on, Ashlyn. I know you're in here.
Awkward.
And you said Ashlyn was the vampire note taker? Is that right?
Ashlyn
No,
is the bodyguard for the.
Oh,
the-
Ashlyn is the
Lupine.
bodyguard for the.
Ashlyn werewolf bodyguard.
Werewolf
Dodge.
bodyguard.
Mhm.
Declan werewolf note taker.
Mhm.
Because
So-
basically we know the werewolves in our city.
Mhm.
You know, so just like who are these people?
Okay, so this is Declan. I'm gonna put him in because I found him first.
And also, I suppose the question is, would we have known that they were going to be the note taker and bodyguard before we got here?
How much do you know? How much would you are you in a position? You may have been told about them. Yeah, you may have been told that there would have been a note taker and a bodyguard coming. It was possible that these had not been confirmed when you were told. Like it hadn't been confirmed yet, right? Like who exactly? Okay, Declan, where is Ashlyn? Come on. Part of this is going back through 5-year-old Pinterest boards and finding characters that have been sitting and waiting for a number of years. Come on, Ashlyn. Oh, there you are. There you are. Hi, Ashlyn. Okay.
Also, there is something that I did want to ask. The Queen of New York, the Prince, what is her name?
The name that she publicly goes by, or the one that she responds to?
The one that people, when someone says, Queen so and so said such and such, or we declare fealty to Queen so and so, what is the so and so?
Maeve.
Maeve, thank you. Basically, what is she known by for the people who are running about?
Her Highness, and nobody really calls her. Well, a few people call her by her name, but most people don't.
It's Highness, not Majesty.
It technically is Majesty, but some people try and call her Highness, and she,
Ah.
when
Well-
you're a daughter of cacophony and you like playing with cannons, Okay.
Highness makes sense because of princedom, though she refers to herself as queen, so it's...
Awkward.
Wait, who did I just say was...
Quite.
Wait, where did I just lose my note on who I said was the vampire note taker? I said her name. Rosalia.
Rosalia.
There we go. I was like, wait. I know I said... I was like, where's my note?
Are the questions. That's all.
Yep. If Declan is literally dressed that way at this event, I am going to tear him a new one.
No, he's not. He's not literally dressed that way.
You're not allowed. You're not allowed.
I will find a way.
Wait, where did you put a picture of Declan?
I put it in the on the Google Slides of.
Oh, I gotta.
Sometimes
scroll.
you have to refresh and scroll.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, I need to refresh.
Like, no, if he is dressed like that, we are going to have words.
She's not.
He might be
he's
goth.
not dressed like that.
You are coming to a mixed event and you're going to embarrass us looking like a sad goth cruiser? What the fuck are you doing? Do we need to have words about the litany? You do not fuck the leeches!
It's so funny.
Do you? I mean...
You do not consensually fuck the leeches!
I don't think technically it's in the litany, but, I think the litany...
It is implied in the litany! You can fuck up a leech, you cannot fuck a leech!
But the vampire... There have to be lupine monster fuckers. I just want to put out...
Monster fucking is fine, to a degree. The litany does actually have spelled out words for what monsters you can and cannot fuck in places. But...
Wait, it states which places?
Within the litany! Within the litany!
Okay. And on that
Beautiful.
note, sorry everybody, as I took a little bit longer because I had to find people through, for those of you who are wondering, I have a Google Drive folder that has all of the NPCs that people know about and who are important in the image. Now, I will say that Declan usually wears something like this because he works and runs a Sad Poets Society bookstore. But he is not actively looking like he rolled out of a Victoriana gothic horror movie.
No. This is mid-grade hot topic goths, like fancy shit that you find online. There is no end to my ire or ridicule.
He's wearing a basic suit.
I'm just going to note, not in character, but out of character, I will note that there is rumor that some vampire and some werewolf are hanging out in a kind of naked space, and I'm just saying Sad Poet Bookstore at this moment is suspect number one for the lupine. That's all I'm saying.
Like, no. You've had discussions already at the local gatherings for the Sept. No, there is no Team Jacob thing. No, just no.
Of course there's Team Jacob. But...
No. The litany says no.
And the fangirls say yes. The fandom is strong.
Awkward.
But
Awkward.
with that, as Rebecca then turns like, so have all the fun. There's refreshments. They're all, as you can see, still sealed. Nobody's touched them. Call for any of the serving staff if you need anything else. Like I said, one floor up. Front space, library, retiring room for meeting room for the lupines. Backside, bedroom, retiring meeting room for the vampires. And then 2 floors up, you have bedrooms for the lupine, and on the 4th floor there's the on the 5th floor. There's rooms for the vampires to retire. So, y'all good? Okay. I left my number in case anything like you need anything. Call me if you need anything. And I've got 30 minutes to get across town so I can get to my theater. It's great. I'll be fine. Cool. Great. See ya. And she will turn and walk out the door, leaving you in this meeting room. And that's where we're going to take a short break, everybody. An opportunity to stretch, refresh, bio, do all of those good things. And then we will come back to start this little summit, shall we say.
Sweet.
See you in a minute, everybody. Bye. everybody, welcome back. Hope you were stretched, refreshed, bio, did all of those things, and are ready to see what happens as Rebecca walks out the room. And you all are left alone.
Saya looks at the four guys and says, "Shall we take some seats?"
I'm going to grab a few snacks. NYU doesn't pay that great.
Oh.
Oh, well then. Can I get any of you
trying to-
something?
Mhm.
I'm getting
good.
pepperoni. Okay. He's going to go to the snack table.
There's a
to
very
make
nice
a little plate.
There's a very nice antipasto board.
Mm.
Pepperoni, pretty much anything you could actually want. There's a really nice, somebody went to Arthur Avenue and just got a really nice selection of imported Italian cold cuts, or salumaria antipasto. There's also a side of mixed zucchini and peppers, some fava bean salad, some bread and crackers to go with everything. And there's like a small other table on the other side that's has some nicely stoppered bottles with calligraphy on them and some beautiful cut glass. Those are not things that would interest Conan or Sterling, but the
Do
char-
we
the
Yeah, what do they
charcuterie would.
say?
do we see them? Do we see the food place they're going at, or is it like
It's a
out of
sideboard.
view
It's
of
a
us?
it's a sideboard, so it's a low,
Okay, so it's in the same room.
it's in the same room. Yeah.
I'll just turn to my kindred. I don't even remember the taste of food.
Same, but I do remember loving it.
Yeah.
Mm.
I wonder if they
Yeah.
imported Italian schmuck for us to drink on.
We should take a look.
I don't know. I got my fill. Also, I'm a little picky when it comes to feeding.
Oh, same. I'm just curious.
What do you mean, same?
Yeah.
Is yours some sort of family thing?
No. I have my quirks, I guess.
You're
I just
not
prefer to
one of
find
those.
my own.
Yeah,
Not one of those. What?
blue bloods.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. My quirks have nothing to do with
No,
class.
you are.
Well, as in,
Ventru.
I guess when you say blue bloods, Saya thinks like, do I only feed on rich people? It's like no.
Oh no. Are you a blue blood? Are you?
Ventru.
Blue
Are
blood
you
is slag
Ventru?
for
Oh,
Ventru.
blue blood is venture.
It is a slang term for venture. Yes.
Sorry, I didn't think
Oh,
you.
do you not know? Did we not know who was coming amongst? the
Not
kindred?
I don't know if they gave the clan.
No, they didn't.
names and all that.
Oh,
didn't.
okay. well,
Great. Stuck
in
with
which
another
case-
Ventru.
Sounds
Just
like
don't
a fun
expect me to
experience.
call you Majesty and lick your boots or whatever the fuck you guys like.
We are not here to
No.
kink shame.
Yeah, no
As
expectations.
take food on the plate.
So
Just
what are you?
noticing all of that, right?
I
Just
mean-
noticing all of that with the
You and
vampires.
Erickson not getting along lately?
Oh, domestic
Define-
troubles. I just immediately stop loading up and come over.
Do I know this name Erickson?
Ooh, you would. You would.
Yeah.
Yeah, top model. He's the owner of. He's in chat. He's the sort of CEO of this like model agency.
Okay.
That is like renowned. Like think like Vogue or
Mhm.
But more importantly,
other
from your perspective, he is a Ventru who has
he is also a Ventru.
a certain level of class and status in this city.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
I go to answer Oz, but if I see the werewolves come at the table, I'm just gonna Sid's gonna go. I don't think we're sitting at this table here to talk about my kitchen issues.
No, as a wonderful palate cleanser while you excuse my poverty, um, by all means, share away.
I just have a couple questions.
Fuck no.
I need to know what Conan and Sterling are eating. Just send those to me.
And for the record, none of the antipasta will affect me because I have the flaw that I'm a carnivore, so I cannot get any good. I cannot get nutrients from non-meat. But like, I have it on the plate to look not rude.
No,
but I
well,
will tell you
oh,
what
so you're talking about the
meat is that I'm
antipasto.
eating.
You're talking about the antipasto
Yeah.
vegetable. I'm talking about
Yes.
all of it.
Yes, I will tell you both. But
Because that's a separate issue. That's a separate issue. I have to do math for you. It's fine.
Saya, you would note from Sterling, who again is dressed very boho chic, but all of his clothing is quite expensive because it is organic after all. Like, so this is not this is expensive clothing, but none of it's fast fashion.
Of course.
All of it's organic threads, but there's money involved in this clothing is all I'm going to tell you, and you would recognize that as a person who understands quality.
You would also recognize that there is not a synthetic fiber to be found here.
Respect. Like, this is important. We
This
care
is
about
important.
we care about these things.
Yeah.
Mother Earth cares about these things, you know? Yeah, so there are these important details about clothing and also tailoring.
Saya's also tasted too many microplastics.
Oh. Well, that's a whole conversation to have. Microplastics. Terrible business. So, my name is Sterling Carter, and I'm one of the representatives here for our side of the table. It is a pleasure to meet all three of you.
Wait, your name is Sterling,
Carter. Sterling Carter. Yes.
and you didn't choose that.
No, that's what my parents named me.
Kind of ironic.
Ah, yes, right. You know how it is. We don't always get to choose how things turn out for us in life.
Or you can reinvent yourself. Hi, I'm Conan.
I guess, Sid Zimmerman.
And Oz will stand up for a second and be like, okay, so first, full disclosure, this is not what I look like. Just so you're aware. I'm going to drop it. Nobody panic. Okay? I'm not pretty. And
Stop selling
you will-
yourself short.
oh, give it a second. And you see that he's a Nosferatu, everyone. He has a very, very defined brow ridge, and very everything that would be soft on a human face is angular and incredibly pale, and the ears stick out a bit they're pointed, and the hair is practically non-existent. So it just basically is, and he has the long, sharp toofies that he has over the century learned how to speak around, but that protrude like probably most of the time, the hands with the fingernails and crap and all, how that goes. But actually, he does cut his fingernails. That's the thing. He is strangely clean, because he does not have the particular flaws that can be taken to make one less clean. But he is eerie.
Sid, it's a Nos who isn't Herschel.
Yeah, I know. But I also know Oswald from before, so.
Yeah, this is true. So he bathes. So he says, Yeah. Currently, I go by these days. I go by Oswald Buchanan. You can call me Oz.
Do we know the name Oswald Buchanan if we read the Village Voice?
No, there is a different name for the current pen name. Even Oswald Buchanan isn't his birth name, but it's the name he ended up with. So he hasn't gone into that yet, and he's not advertising. So if it comes up, it comes up, and he'll tell you. But it doesn't come up yet.
Oh, and then Saya will say, and I'm Saya Tanari, and I've been in the city approximately 85 minutes.
Oh.
That leads me to the next thing that I need to say. And this is not because I wish this to go poorly. This is to acknowledge and put into the record the reality that we were facing. The individuals who could actually do something, who could truly get to the bottom of this, and then put in rule and enforce it, are not the ones who are here. Instead, for reasons whether it be scheduling, fear, what have you, they have shirked their duty, spitting in the face of wisdom, honor, and bravery, and have left it to us to fix this with a degree separating things, so whatever it is that we come up with, whatever truth we may find, they can deny. This is the truth that we face.
Yeah, look, I'll be honest with you. I'm just here to make sure that we don't see a repeat of what happened 5 years ago. Once that's done, I don't really care what the prince or the queen says.
They are the same person, correct?
Oh, yeah.
When you say a repeat of what happened 5 years ago, what exactly do you mean?
People going missing. And then fake licks showing up in the streets.
How does one fake a lick, as it were?
That was complicated. Simon is trying to remember.
Yeah, Simon.
Because I remember us freeing one of the fake Malkavians, and we had to fight her.
No, you didn't have to fight the fake Malkavian, or you had to fight. The Malkavian you freed was tiny Gothic Lolita Malkavian, who ended up dating Herschel. She killed a shit ton of other people. There was a lot of fighting from her, but not. No, but you could probably guess, based on just general understanding, that a lot of what happened wasn't shared outside of vampire circles.
No, that I figured. So here's an actual play of 5 seasons that you should watch to know what's happened.
It's only a season. It's only a season, but I actually can find it. Hold on a sec.
Is it? Oh, it's 22 episodes. Okay.
Drop the link because you've got it in front of you.
I will paraphrase what Sid relays, basically. Not to try to, because I keep trying to get the voice, and it's just going to end up hurting my throat more.
Be kind to your body.
Yes.
So, you had the Tremere, and Sid will not go into too much of vampire things, but there's these group of vampires called the Tremere. And they were plotting shit as they usually do. And I have my other notes. Give me just a second to open up my character sheet. We had a lot of young vampires going missing. And eventually we sort of connected the dots that the Tremere were trying to sort of take over the city by having like synthetic vampires at their beck and call. And Deirdre, correct me if I'm wrong. And that plot, in order to get to that point, they had to plot with our other enemies, which are probably also your enemies, which are hunters.
No, Sabat.
Oh, it was just Sabat? I thought it was hunters.
No, the hunters were there, but they weren't the Tremere weren't plotting with this. The Tremere only dealt with Kodo.
Okay, so then
Franny only dealt with Kodo.
forget the part about the hunters.
Kodo, but you would have found out that Kodo dealt with hunters. Kodo's the one who used the humankind to shut down vampire establishments across the city by reporting them for health and safety violations, fire code violations, all of that kind of stuff, to buy property. Kodo was going after the property, and he was using the hunters to do it. The Tremere were using the Kodo as a scapegoat, and he kind of backstabbed them. But they were trying to spend a variety of stuff of creating fake vampires.
Yeah. So
Conan, Sterling, you have heard nothing about fake vampires from Tibbs at all. And in fact, you're pretty damn sure that this is the first time anybody's heard about it.
So is
So
there an
essentially-
industrial process involved, or is this just mystical, or something in between?
imagine some sort of, I guess you could call it a mystical factory, churning out fake licks. Which, I don't know much about you. I know you like to get a taste of some of us from time to time. But these ones don't taste like we do.
No, you all are gross by default. No offense.
Taken.
Believe me, I've been called worse by,
But
never mind.
my question to you, since you seem to be in the know about this, Sid, you said that there was an industrial aspect to this. Do you happen to know the name of the warehouses, etc., that were involved in this synthetic process?
If I recall, those were done underground, right?
You know that there were 13 locations throughout the city that were basically chantries for the Tremere, and you know that the Justicar and the Scourge and the Sheriff cleaned house.
Yeah, I don't know. But there were 13 places. They would look probably more like brownstones than anything, not literally warehouses. They didn't really need to get those places. So, yeah, like you said, not the best person to have been sent here as the bloke to put you up to date.
Oz is pulling out about half a dozen notebooks right now, some of them looking progressively older. I'm going to bet. Now, forgive me for a moment as I attempt to spin some history that did not exist a few seconds ago. I will totally understand if we don't want to do this. I'm willing to bet that Oz had to write, that it was sent down the chain for Oz to write some cover-up stuff after the incident.
Mostly stuff to cover up the massive amount of property damage across various points of the city that a Justicar, a Scourge, and a Sheriff let loose will do.
Yeah.
Arson.
while you're
A
looking
series
at
of
your-
arsons.
And while you're looking at
So,
your
yeah,
notes, Sterling says, all I know from the outside is that apparently some sort of big outside boogeyman vampire came in and killed a bunch of vampires because of internal vampire things. And I don't really know what internal vampire things those were.
That sounds
these
to
are
me
the
like
properties. I believe I've got a list, and I had to do a bunch of. I had to write several articles at the time to try to sort of keep the humans, like the humans, calm about it, and and also talk about the crap issues going on with property values. In any case, so that was which. It's ridiculous. They still haven't recovered, and it's only getting worse right now. But anyway, now's not the time. So okay, it was, and I'm just gonna, if they want, it's like if they want, I'll start rattling off the properties that I wrote down when I did my research 5 years ago.
Conan takes like very specific notes about those properties, and then has his phone out and is just going to like, as he's multitasking, like quietly message Sterling all of these locations, and then in sort of like electronic shorthand transmit a message going, we need to know who actually owned those properties.
Conan.
Yeah.
No, actually, no, it wouldn't be you. Sterling.
Mm.
Could you roll me, please, as the list of properties comes out, I'll take either intelligence investigation or like a wits investigation. I'll even take a wits academics here to recall something.
Okay, let's go.
Let's use that big brain.
Yeah, let's go wits academics. That's what you said was an option there.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Difficulty?
6.
Okay. 2 successes, and one of them is a 10. Let me re-roll that. So 3 successes.
One of those properties was a bandstand in Central Park that you recall Tibbs called a strike down upon 5 years ago. And he did so because he was told that it was a location of individuals who had captured a couple wolves. The strike was successful. The wolves that were there were rescued. And the 2 vampires and 6 ghouls that were there were utterly destroyed.
Two vampires, 4 ghouls.
6 ghouls.
6 ghouls.
Mm-hmm.
I just text that back.
The 4 wolves that were there were rescued.
So unfolding a map while this is going on, just laying it out on the table.
Good to know. Thank you. This sort of sets the stage for things, and I thank you for this. There have been rising tensions. Part of this, at least we know from our end, is a subculture or culture of yours. I believe my notes here are Bruja. Not necessarily good on all the pronunciations. But they have been deliberately antagonizing us and ours, to the point that there were fisticuffs that came about within a well-known establishment. And given the prevalence of care for your masquerade, to us it's sort of something similar. We call it the living. Not to insult you and yours' physical prowess or durability, but antagonizing a young one who still has yet to fully comprehend their capabilities could have led to one of yours not having a jaw, but still just walking around willy-nilly.
It could have been turn to ash for all I care. You don't antagonize the wolves. Anyone with 2 cents in their brains knows that, no matter how young you are to your own life.
Good to know, but this is a continual occurrence. I know that part of this goes from a report that we have that there is definitely a hunter presence in the city, and one of ours was actively being hunted. And as they were going about trying to flee back to friendly confines, there was one of yours in the midst of a number of others who was later a young one, I believe. You refer to them as neonates. Was found later dead, which the Bruja, for some reason, was blaming us instead of hunters.
Um, we're always dead.
Found no longer amongst those that walk and have an existence.
Was there not an altercation prior to that? Hang on.
No, that
I
was-
have two
I can grab that.
questions for the
Yeah.
GM.
That was the first
No.
altercation. That was the first reported altercation in February. The Bruja, it was a Bruja neonate who ended up dead. Reports about whether or not there have been disturbing reports on both sides about who the hunter was chasing the werewolf. The hunters continued to chase the werewolf. The neonate was later reported dead. The werewolf reported that there were others with the neonate. The Bruja dispute this, that there was no one there at the time. Only this incident. This led to a number of rising tensions that got to then August with the brawl that didn't happen because a bartender with a shotgun that may or may not be legal within the city limits of New York, it wasn't, managed to say stop and you are not allowed to do anything and get the fuck out of my bar. This led to Tibbs being upset because it's a cop bar and it's one of his favorite places, and the bartender was willing to disavow anyone who was affiliated with any of the people that caused a ruckus in his bar.
But was this a human bar?
Yes.
Okay, so like they had to keep up the masquerade and everything while they were there.
Mm-hmm.
But they did
And
say
no-
out loud the word neonate.
No, there were no masquerade breaches because we didn't actually get into a fight. Any kind of fight was like a fisticuff, so there was no breaches of the masquerade in this.
There were no
brawl.
breaches in the masquerade in this brawl. But it
No
is
claws came out. Nobody died.
And but this is one of the inciting incidents that the prince is like, y'all need to get in a room and shut the fuck up and figure out my problem, fix this problem, because I do not need this shit in my city.
Okay, I have two questions then.
Mm-hmm.
One for you, and I point to Conan. Shit, 3 questions. Anyone's got a pen and paper?
They're in front.
I have
Yeah,
several.
there's notepads right here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna draw the Anarch sign,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna point it to Conan and Sterling and go, does that tell you anything?
Does it tell me anything?
You haven't seen it, or I don't know. I mean,
I believe that is a symbol that is popular in punk rock music.
It's it's inverted. But,
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's the inverted anarchist symbol. Yeah.
so isn't that
Okay.
like
Inverted
an,
as an upside down, the A is upside down.
Yeah, it
So
looks like a V
what is this?
instead.
Like a straight edge ironic band?
yes, that would make sense.
None of the
A s-
people that attacked or antagonized your people wore anything that looked like this.
To my knowledge, no, but also keep in mind, we know next to nothing about all of you. Part of the reason I'm here is
That's why
I'm
I'm drawing the
considered a
sign.
scholar, and I know
Mm.
about Jack.
What's your field?
Taxonomy. but
Oh.
I don't get to teach that at NYU.
My
Teach undergrads ethics.
my other question would require the three of us, I point to Oz and Saya, to go in the little privacy booth for a second.
What's your third question?
Pen and paper.
Which
Oh, right.
Oh, the pen
So,
and paper. Good.
There's notepad right there. Yeah.
before it gets all too far in advance, could I just lay a couple of things on the table? So, now again, we don't know much about the intricacies of your society. Some things which may or not be true, but I can tell you this. As far as I understand, there has been a peace between our kind and your kind for over 150 years without incident.
Yep.
As long as our kind pledge fealty to your queen, then we're allowed to stay here peacefully without any problems. And my understanding is there has been a buildup of close friendship for over 150 years. And it is also my understanding that recently there have been both young vampires and young Garou going missing and an increase of hunters. What I don't understand is why it is that you all are blaming us for any of this when there is no history that would indicate such a thing, at least in this city. Also, my understanding is that you're all very hierarchical in your society, wherein you have some sort of I don't know, Master Renfield thing or whatever it is that you do.
Not
So-
quite. It's a bit more intricate.
Don't y'all have alphas and betas and sigmas and whatever the fuck?
No, that's all human science. Really don't go into
Yeah,
that.
well-
And if you do go into it, you're going to find some really bad fan fiction.
Yes,
Well,
but I
same.
think...
We don't sparkle.
Oh, well.
Oh no,
I,
I have seen one of you sparkle, pointy ears, blue.
That's
I don't...
that's some Fey bullshit. Ignore that.
all
But
right,
it wasn't
I
Faye.
I think my point here is, since you seem to be, my understanding is you're a very order hierarchical situation, why doesn't your queen just tell all of your people to stop it? Because there is, in my estimation, no evidence that either one of us are doing this to each other. So, I also think that it's probably less likely, I mean, the obvious culprit here would be the hunters, but considering their current modus operandi, which is to be very obvious, I'm suspecting it's some sort of third party, I don't know, whatever your Tremere were or whatever that was in the past. So I don't quite get why it is your people are increasing tensions with us when we are not the ones who are doing it, and that should be pretty obvious given the history of this city.
I would love to answer you, but first I need my second question answered.
By all
You will
means, go ahead,
need to-
retire.
Back.
So the vampires are going to ascend the stairs and go. I put little markers on the map for you. The red markers are for vampires. The blue ones are for lupine. So on the third floor, there's 2 retiring rooms. Basically, if you want to go have private meetings separate from the general meeting for all of you, you can just go up one floor and do that. And then
The breakout rooms.
the breakout. Thank you. The breakout rooms, and then there are the actual private bedrooms for everyone.
Yeah.
On the upper floors.
All right,
So-
we'll go to our breakout room.
We're gonna go have the camera pull back for a moment as the vampires ascend the stairs. And left in this dining room are the 2 wolves. We'll follow the camera up through the servants' stair to the breakout room for the vampires. It sees the door opens and Sid and Saya and Oz enter. Sid, you had a question.
Yeah, he's gonna turn to Oz and go, "You, I can understand why you're here. You," and he points to Saya. "Who are you, and why are you here if you've been in New York for 85 minutes?"
I'm here to bring an outsider's perspective. I've learned
From-
a lot in my time elsewhere, and the God, what is the name?
From where?
Hold on, give me a second. I gotta just.
Okay.
I gotta look up.
Simon's patient citizen.
Yeah. And the Primogen thought I could be helpful, especially if mediation was needed, of any sort.
That's some fucking washing your hands off of everything bullshit.
I mean, this entire meeting is that.
Yeah. Yeah, I get the feeling that nobody wants to touch this thing and they want some ball guy to make decisions so that if we fuck up, we can
Or at
be
worst,
destroyed.
they want to say, well, not at worst. I guess at best, we tried. A genuine effort was made, but we couldn't solve it.
I mean, I'm sure at best we're canaries.
I personally don't like losing, so.
But we can at least try to get. If we can get to the bottom of something, then we get enough information together, we figure enough out. I think then that the higher ups might actually notice.
Oh yes.
Not enough to benefit us personally, but at least to affect the situation.
If we come up with a good solution, it can be put into place. It's not an exercise for an exercise sake.
But can I just ask, where are you out of?
Most currently?
Yeah.
London.
Oh. He's,
That's what's his face.
Is it known that is Mithras currently in charge of London? Is this a known thing? Okay.
Yes, and more particularly, Sid, London is still intact at this moment.
Yeah, we're not in V5, so
Yeah, London is still
yeah,
intact.
Mithras is still there. He's not broken into several tiny pieces.
And Sid, you know someone who knows Mithras real well.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn to Saya. Just go. Let me look at the PDF. No, not the PDF. The thing. No, it's not the thing. It's my character sheet. I have it in my note. Saya, who's your sire? Is it Veronique?
No.
Ah, thank.
But Saya, the minute he says Veronique, you know exactly who he's talking about.
Oh, who is he talking about?
Veronique Montbéliard. Officially, her title amongst the Ventru is Tribune, a kind of quasi-created title of a fixer who is sent into places to kind of try and deal with things so a Justicar doesn't have to go. But more importantly, coming from London, she officially also holds the title of Mithras's Chatelaine and Lady.
Ah, too bad. She owes me one.
Well,
I could take back a message.
if I can just float a question real quick, and obviously,
Absolutely.
I don't necessarily expect you to answer me if you don't want to. Do you have any idea about what Mithras's interest in this particular situation is? Because that would probably have something to do with why you're here.
Mithras is not who sent me. I was sent
Not
for.
directly, no.
No, I was sent for, not sent by.
Can I make a
Yeah, but they had to
insight
give you leave,
check?
right?
You can roll manipulation empathy if you want to figure out. That's the vibe check, insight check.
Yeah, I want a vibe. I want a vampire vibe check.
me, gosh.
I'm just saying they had to let you go.
Typical DC
might
for
be-
this would be either Saya's manipulation subterfuge or their permanent willpower,
Yeah.
whichever is higher technically.
Yeah, so it's like 7 or 8.
For the record, Conan and I are downstairs eating some, eating some food and talking about like mundane, normal things that are very quite pleasant. That's all,
Like,
did you just see the game?
My
like,
willpower is 8, by the way.
So 8. Okay. Well, that's 2 successes. That's 2 successes.
She said sent for, not sent by. And that's a very honest statement. She was.
Yeah, I'm not lying.
No, she's not lying in any way. She's being entirely forthcoming. To her knowledge, Mithras has no tie to what's going on.
Well, I'll be damned. I look to Oz. She's an honest Ventru. She's just not trying to spin any bullshit.
That's good to know.
You're an oddity, ma'am.
Yes.
But I will tell you, they probably have some reason why they let you come here. If it's not him, it's one of his functionaries is going to benefit from this trip, probably. So be on the lookout for that whenever you have to head back there. Just saying.
Oh, yes. Well, I wouldn't be surprised by it. Yeah. Favors had to be traded to get me there in the first place.
Yeah.
Wait. You think you were sent here because if something goes to shit, we can blame interference from Britain?
No. I think I was sent here because I was called for to help. To represent interests without pressing too heavy a thumb on the scale.
Yeah. Do you have any thoughts so far about all this?
Well, as someone who is not privy to the workings of the Queen, I thought Sterling posed some interesting questions.
You did.
Yeah.
Do we have answers for those?
I don't think blame's necessarily being assigned yet.
No, I don't. I think that, of course, you have to take the personal out of the actual question. Yeah. But if the Queen leads us and the wolves are pledged to her, why not a word from on high?
Yeah, that's some fucked up thing. I knew that...
Pledging fealty? It goes back centuries.
No, not from the lupine. I knew New York was kind of safe from them, more or less. Mm-hmm. But it's not like them to bend and... there's something going on between the two higher-ups, and I think that's probably the reason why they're not both in the room with us. Or both in the room, period.
But this knee was bent 150 years ago.
Yeah, blink of an eye.
What's changed?
Nothing. Well, I mean, I guess the original wolf probably died of old age or some shit.
How long do they live?
I don't know. They tend to die young, fighting. If that, I mean, I saw one get rolled over by an 18-wheeler. Fucker got back up like he just twisted an ankle. They're monsters.
Well, who's not?
And that's where we're going
plenty
to
of
end
monsters
for
around, folks.
That's where we're going to end for tonight.
Yeah.
As the camera's going to pull back out of the window of this back room, up and above the city, as darkness falls even deeper on New York, and stars begin to align. But thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. We did go a little later because we started late. My apologies, everyone. We won't start late tomorrow. We will be on time tomorrow. Thank you all for being here. I'm just going to...
Don't forget daylight savings, so we will be on later.
Yeah, we'll be an hour later, but it will be still 8:30 p.m. Eastern. It's just, a later 8:30 p.m. Eastern.
Eastern Standard, not daylight.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll be later, but the same time somehow.
But Europe doesn't change it, right? I know that England and the United States are off different, but what about because
Europe has changed?
They did it last week.
They already changed.
They changed last week.
Well, the ones that observed daylight.
I told you Mithras is ahead of us.
He is
That's what I'm
quite
saying.
literally.
Playing with time.
Yeah, and then for anyone who has who deals with Australia, they changed about a month ago, but in the other direction
God damn.
because they just sprang forward like a month ago.
Oh.
I think
They're way too ahead of everyone.
Yeah.
They should slow down.
a whole day.
Yeah.
They know
Yeah,
too
yeah,
much.
They know
They've
the
seen
future.
the future.
Mhm.
They are the future.
Well, they gonna not go there. But everybody, thank you for
The day
being
is
here.
a prophecy.
We're gonna go around, let everybody share some love, share where you can be found, drop the joy, and then answer this one burning question from your GM. Would your character be concerned about the lights going out in New York? So, why don't we start with Jim? Hey, how are you?
The answer is yes. He's been through so many blackouts. Yes, hi. I'm Jim. Thank you very much for this. This is delightful. Glad we're getting to sort of really sink our teeth into some RP for this. I'm looking forward to the second part. Who am I? I am a writer, streamer, and game designer. I am the author of 1 Year Hence, which is available at oneyearhence.com. It's a Green Knight theme descended from the Queen game that just came out a little bit ago. Very excited about that. I am OtherDoc, OTHERDOC, on Twitch and a lot of the other social media places. Anywhere else that I'm not OtherDoc, I'm Jim. Yes, that Jim. As for my streaming schedule, I'm mostly on my channel. I'm just doing video games and old text adventure games with my friend Lucci every other Thursday afternoon when we're available. And Thursday evenings, I am over on High Shelf Collective, playing in a campaign of His Majesty the Worm, which is a dungeon crawling game that's been a lot of fun so far. And that's most of it. I'm doing a con next weekend. I'll talk more about that tomorrow, probably. But excited to be here.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I also appreciate the fact that you are willing to give up a 15-year moratorium to come play with us.
Yes. It was you asking, so of course.
Well, I appreciate that. And then next up, hey Pope, how you doing? How's life going for you? You're muted on our end. But nope, still can't hear you. Magical mystery. Okay.
Has that fixed it?
Yes, it does. I
Yeah.
can hear you now. Thank you.
Had to pull the cord. It was one of those.
Oh yeah.
Because everything said it was working. Nice. Hey everybody, Pope here. Pope World Build on the internets, primarily over on Blue Sky and Start Playing Games. If you're looking for some storytelling services, feel free to drop me a line at either. This has been an absolute delight. My moratorium for Werewolf was 5 years, not 15. And so it's been kind of interesting coming back to W20 and seeing how everything works. It's been an absolute delight having Trooper as my second here. We've been sort of collaborating on and off as things have been leading up, and this has led me to like revisiting a bunch of the old lore, as it were. So that's been an absolute delight. And then getting to play with Simon, Jim, it's always a joy. Pooja, like we have been close, but we haven't really done
Ship passing in the night.
Yeah. So this has been an absolute delight, being able to be ever so slightly messy, not to your levels, but ever so slightly. And Prax, it's always a joy. If you want to see more of me, definitely keep your eyes peeled on the space, aside from tomorrow. Um, there's definitely some charity stuff coming soon. I'll let Prax go into details about that. But tis the season, we're in it, and there are many worthy charities worth of your time, money, uh, and consideration. Also, there may be something called this role play reflect that might have something to do with my future, but I'll let those that have more of their teeth in that go on. But thank you all so much for being here. We're live, VOD, YouTube, a story is nothing without its audience. You're much a part of this as we are. And please, please, in these times, take care of yourselves and one another. And I look forward to seeing you all very soon.
Okay, but I have a question.
The lights?
Mm-hmm.
Do I have a concern?
No.
Yes.
What would Conan feel if the lights went out in New York?
He would be worried for others. As for himself, he might start humming a very specific Billy Joel tune.
I mean,
believe
that's fair.
one of the opening lines go, "I've seen the lights go out on Broadway."
You know, that's fair. Pooja, welcome back. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you.
I'm so happy to be here. You can find me, well, at this moment I'm doing a lot of pre-recorded stuff, so not really streaming much, but I am on a horror audio drama that's being released serially right now. It's called Hollow Disciple. If you want creepy space horror in your ears, you should check it out. It's very great. I play a badass captain, which is very fun. And other than that, you can find me as Pooja on Blue Sky and Tumblr when I'm on there, Poojaberwaki everywhere else, and also here tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm. And so Saya's opinion if the lights went out in New York?
Well, if the lights went out in New York, she would turn to the other two and ask, does this happen often?
Hey, Trooper. How are you doing? How's life going for you? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Hello. I'm Trooper SJP. Pew, 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 pew. And I've been playing Sterling Carter, your lupine environmental lobbyist. And it is also an honor to be here. My first werewolf. Not my first time playing with werewolves, but my first werewolf. And let me see. I want to give love to, to everybody for various reasons. First off, to Pooja, I want to give love to Pooja for style. You know, your style, your character style, and also there's like a you've got the vibe. You know what I mean? Like you've got the vibe. Also, I just want to say, there was that thing you said in the very beginning, which was, dress like a vampire. And I was like, yeah, love that. I want to give love to Simon for Sid not 100% being sure exactly what's going on, but also clearly knowing way more stuff than he knows, and then also he also knows he knows those things. So like there's like Sid knows things, Sid knows he knows things, but then there's also things that Sid doesn't know, and like there's just like
Sid's a brain who thinks he's a himbo.
Yeah.
Yeah, the problem is that he actually knows he's a brain. He just pretends to be a himbo.
Pretends to be a himbo.
Sid used to be a private eye.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
nice. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. But like I like Sid's space of knowledge is interesting, but now then to contrast it, I just want to give love to Other Doc for the notepads, just like as old as they were, and I want to give love to my fellow co-conspirator and fellow lupine for making sure everybody knows no lupines and vampires. Edward and Jacob don't get to go and start dating. That was just really important that we all know it. I appreciated that very much. And I appreciate Prax for creating an entire meat circus game jam and giving us access to that. So let me see. What would Sterling think when the lights went out? He would think the following. 1, simultaneously, I hope all of the people who are poor and who need electricity in order to keep their medication safe and their food and all of that, the humans, I hope they'll be okay. I hope this blackout does not last too long. Because, there are people who are impoverished who need their electricity. And the second thing is, right, so Conan and I were suspicious this could be some kind of trap. Not that the vampires themselves would trap us, but that the kaiju would show up. And this is like one of those indications that kaiju might be showing up right about now. That's all. Yeah. And today is Saturday. Tomorrow, Sunday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, you can find me also here in Praxis Channel for the second half of the summit, where, we will we'll deal with kaiju attacks, I think. And then you can find me on Friday, the next coming Friday, where you can find me for The Traveler. The Gamblers, our Traveler Pirates of Draenix campaign, which is at 7 p.m. Eastern on my channel, Trooper SJP. And then that Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern on my channel, Wandering DM's channel, Laugh Love Lindy's channel, and also High Shelf Collective will be the first session of Cycle 2 of Roleplay Reflect, our roll session, where somebody who's not me will be GMing something that I will be a player in, as well as somebody else who's also here, so I'm not going to say more because they will. And they're going to say more about it, right, Simon?
I guess.
Yeah, Simon. I think that the people in charge should just tell their peons to knock it off. Tell the vampire to stop messing with the werewolves, and we should be fine. Like, don't they have the power to do that? Like, what kind of queen is this?
Somebody
anyway?
tell the kids to behave. Like,
yeah, that's really all you got to do.
Yeah,
just tell them to behave.
Right now, it's
the
basically
kindergartners
telling
are fighting. Like, come on.
Yeah. It's like telling the eldest, like, go handle the quarrel between
Yeah,
your
and you're like,
two
what
other,
are
like,
your
younger
parents?
siblings.
Like,
you're the parents.
Parents,
Come on.
like, why are you parentalizing the oldest daughters here?
Come on.
We
Come
have some
on.
very absentee parents.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
you wouldn't be a
I'm just saying.
vampire if you didn't have some form of parental issues.
Yeah.
That's fair. But I'm just like, hey, okay, sure. Just stop antagonizing us, and like we didn't do it. Like what's going on here? Why is this on us? We didn't do it. Anyhow, that's me. It has been lovely. I enjoyed the pepperoni, and yeah, that's me.
Indeed. And then last but not least, hey Simon, thanks for coming back for this. Thanks for bringing Sid back for this.
Sorry, I'm answering Alex. 2 seconds. Okay. I'm having a in-character chat in the Twitch chat with a viewer.
I would like to point
This is the
out.
best.
I would like to point out that I should say this the right way. Sid is having a text conversation with his platonic life partner, the Venture, who's not here, but is in chat.
Platonic on life partner, yeah. For those who don't know me, I'm Simon at Wandering DM. I played Sid. It was fun. I'll start with a delight, then I'll answer the question, then I'll do the spiel. So my delight is always to see, first of all, new people joining a vampire or playing vampire. I've never played with neither of you. Well, I mean, I've played with both Jim and Pooja before, but not in a vampire game.
Yeah.
So I'm always stoked to see what kind of characters people make, and I want to see more of the two of you and less of old Sid next time. I think so. My delight to Prax is Rebecca, because I hadn't heard Rebecca in a while. I didn't remember the NPC until you started talking, and I was like, oh yeah, okay. I remember her. So that was kind of cool, a blast from the past type of thing. And to my two werewolf friends, you are the most level-headed Garus I've seen in a long while.
Well, we might have internal thoughts, but there's no need to be rude.
Now I hate both of you.
Well, remember, there's a spell here that doesn't allow them to be rude.
Uh,
That would be just hurtful.
Also, like, peek behind the curtain, there was a heavy discussion as to the two safest individuals they could send here.
Mm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair.
that's fair. As for the question, if everything goes dark, I think Sid would be worried. Not for people. They can fucking handle themselves. There's like millions of them, whatever. But he'd be worried that a lot of either younger kindred or Sabatliks, for however many of them are still in the city, would use this as a moment to just sow chaos and flaunt the masquerade. So it's like lights are out, and it's like, ah, shit, the bat signal shows up in the sky. Gonna have to go tear some throats. And as for me, you can find me hopefully less sick tomorrow for the second part of this. And then Thursday on my channel, we are playing The Witcher, which I will be less sick, so I'll be able to GM because I was in no way able to GM last week. And we're going to probably fight our first Wraith with characters who will probably know how to fight. We'll see. And otherwise, next Sunday for Roleplay Reflect, we are making characters for my 2-shot of Rogue Trader. So we're going to be space colonizers for 2 weeks, where we are going to play a game centered on specifically space travel and space combat. So come around, come check us out. It's going to be on basically every participant's Twitch channel. And that's it for me, I guess.
Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for bringing Sid back, because it's like, oh, this is going to be fun. Oh, this is going to be so much fun. And I can't wait to see how this all goes horribly wrong tomorrow. But for those of you who are interested, yes, I actually made a mini supplement for Werewolf about antipasto and meat to participate in Kiana, PB, and Ethan, Super Robot Bear's Meat Circus Jam that they did during October. I put the link to all of the game submissions in chat if you want to take a look. But yes, it's an actual physical supplement about what the effects of dining would be on your werewolf if they, decided to ingest some good Italian preserved meats and other things. And there will be a DLC later for cheese, because I didn't have time to finish cheese, because, ARM. Yeah. And thank you, all of my wonderful players, for agreeing to this shenaniganery. Thank you for this fun times. I am looking forward to tomorrow and seeing what you all bring to the table, and we will be on time tomorrow. Again, like I said, we will also... I have love for the vampire dynamics that are expanding. The outsider with a very interesting power pressure choices that Saya is bringing. I love Oz being both grounded and just this little hint of, well, there's something more here and I need to push the buttons to find out what it is. And Sid being like, I don't really know why I'm here. Here's a bunch of stuff I know, but I don't know why I'm here. It's not like I know anything.
No.
It's great. And I love our 2 wolves who are like, we had a session 0 that ended up being just for the 2 wolves, and multiple times out of that they got, but that's weird. I'm like, and? So we'll see how weird we get.
Like, isn't it weird that the vampires and the werewolves have like 150-year truce? Yes. Okay. That's weird. Okay. All right. That's weird, right? Yep. All right. Good.
We're all
Wait,
on
that's
board.
weird. Like, isn't it weird that like this mysterious thing X happened and she's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, so we're all right that X thing is weird, and then that thing when Saya did that one thing, like, okay, that was pretty weird too. Yeah. And then Prax was like, right, and then the deep dark secret of Sid, and I was like, that's pretty weird, right? That we know all of the vampires' deep dark secrets, and like Prax is like, yeah, but you know all their deep dark secrets. I was like, well, that's pretty weird, I guess, but I guess we know them.
I didn't give you Sid's deep dark secret. I give you Sid's public secret, which is he's been in a 40 or 45, almost 50-year long
situationship.
Platonic situationship with a Ventru. But you'll find out maybe you'll find out stuff later. You will also find, and I put the link for the Meat Jam Circus stuff in Meat Circus Jam stuff in chat. You can check it out. It's kind of fun. But tomorrow night we'll be back for the second half of this. And then next week begins 3 days of fun, of TTRPG streams for Fisher House charities, the Fisher House Foundation. Usually everybody knows that I do a 12-hour stream to support, or technically it's 14, but whatever, hour to support Fisher House Foundation of TTRPGs on Veterans Day. This year we're going to add 2 more days. We're going to add Sunday, November 9th and Sunday, November 16th. So there'll be 3 days of 12 hours of stream. A couple of my friends have joined in to DM some of those games because they are wonderful, fabulous people. A couple of them are on this call. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Pope. I appreciate both of you. Hawkeye was in chat, and he is also one of those. And I'm going to be talking to a bunch of people and getting out comments because a bunch of people volunteered to sign up to play some of these games, and I really love each and every one of you, and I'm going to finish that schedule. I was delayed a week. Okay, everybody, this is why I was delayed a week. You know, it took some delay, but that will get done probably tomorrow, because I don't need to do anything other than figure out my life. I will also say I want to shout out and give another thank you to the wonderful producer of this overlay, the fabulous Laugh Love Lindy, because she is a wonderful friend and she did a beautiful job with this overlay because I couldn't, and she does it much better than I could. Those two statements are very, very true. We will be, so Veterans tomorrow, Veterans Day streams, and Monday and Tuesday we might be back with some more plot avoidance, and by plot avoidance we're avoiding the plot of Dragon Age Inquisition by playing an entirely separate game. Look, it's really hard to mouse and keyboard with one hand.
Yeah.
And
also, just Seance at Blake Manor's fucking amazing.
Shout out, not sponsored, but if you have not gotten it yet, it's a nice indie story, myth, psychological gothic horror.
Period gothic done well.
Absolutely beautiful, and I'm going to end off on this statement, and I'm going to put this in my review when I go review the game. It's set in 1897 in Connemara in the west, in Connaught, Ireland, in the west of Ireland, and it's a house party for a seance, and somebody's gone missing, and you're playing the detective who's come in to see if they can find out who's missing. It's a puzzle, point and click, beautifully done, and this is, and it has a time limit. So your actions have a time-based actual mechanic for using choices, and Lysander, yeah, it was the one we were playing the other night. But I will say my best review, and Trooper will understand this, and Jim will understand this, is this statement. The writers are absolutely beautiful. I love each and every one of them. They made me so happy with how well they made me so fucking angry. Because it is...
Love it.
This game is set in 1897 in Ireland. And you are at the manor of the Blake Manor, which is the home of the Marquis of Doon, which is a, English colonizer, and descendant of Edmund Doon, a guy who got his title and power by being a general under Cromwell. And if you know anything about what the Cromwell did in Ireland, you know exactly how angry he can make anybody. And I have to, there were multiple times when you were reading the dialogue or reading about the history book that was written by the English about the Cromwell and how they're praising Cromwell, and you're like, I am so fucking mad because fucking Cromwell, but I am really, really pleased at how beautifully well written and how well researched and this beautifully gorgeous game in the right kind of way. But we'll be back with that probably Monday and Tuesday. We'll see what happens the rest of the week. But thank you all for being here. Thank you to my wonderful players. I'm sorry we went over. I was trying to. We will be better tomorrow. Let me see quickly if there is anybody out there who is up that we can raid tonight. We might be able to. Oh, we're gonna go raid into werewolf. Wolfide. Not werewolf. Wolfide. Wolfide is another friend of mine from Fisher House, and he is a wonderful streamer who's doing some Arc Raiders right now, and he will be one of the people who will be joining us for the Fisher House charity streamathon funness, and we will see you all tomorrow night. Bye, everybody.